Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Roll Hit Die presents Dungeons with Veterans. I am Dan Latham, of course, your dungeon master for this, as well as our Friday game. Joining me this evening, starting from right below me, I believe, is Sophie.
Hey, my name's Tara. I'm playing Belfie Twinblade, desperately trying to convince some of them not to just kill me because they don't know me.
Is that working? No, we don't know yet. Okay. Following Belfie is it's not Smedley this week. It's what?
My name is Fallon, and I am playing as Melina, the Sorlock, who is the newest addition to the group.
Following the not Lich is the one closest to being a Lich in this group.
Hello, I am Marcus Scott. I am playing Brother May I, the lovable cleric warlock mixture that the DM keeps trying to kill off, but I'm too lovable.
Is that the reason?
Well, yeah,
I'm going to say no.
I'm a fan favorite. Might be just one fan, but I'm a fan favorite.
Does that one fan Gallinet?
No, my mom.
Well, following Brother May I is Surge.
Hello, my name is Curtis Ross. I am playing Surge, the Wild Hunt Shifter Druid. Reincarnating people and the such because, that's a good idea to have that spell when you're all 17, maybe 18 years old.
Because you enjoy chunks. We get it.
Collecting chunks.
I don't have any chunks left. Apparently, it's all slush.
Let the collecting begin.
Yeah, okay, apparently that's the new thing to do. Following Surge, of course, is Corporal Punishment.
My name is Christy. I play Corporal Punishment, her lovely Alicorn Fred. I am former U.S. Army Reserve and U.S. Navy.
Following Corporal Punishment is our lovable trap finder. 10-foot pole.
Expendable.
Hello, I'm Todd. I'm the expendable, dependable monk slash
Yeah.
barbarian slash rogue slash all-purpose Swiss Army knife.
Psycho runt.
He's our little Tasmanian devil. We wind him up and send him in.
Yeah.
And what is your monk, barbarian, rogue's name?
Oh, Dux is the character that I play.
And last but not least, apparently our Surge Protector.
Yeah. Yep, I got to keep the druid alive. I'm Fritz. I'm running Sergeant Rock, who is a World War II soldier who has found himself in this situation. And I am a retired Air Force reservist.
Excellent. So.
And Seymour.
Oh, yeah, we can't forget Seymour.
Yes. And I have the awakened Venus flytrap Seymour, who is ever present in our adventures.
And on top of that, I actually looked up one of the songs from Seymour. No, I'm not going to play it now. I don't have copyright for it. But I played it, what was it, Friday night when we didn't actually, we weren't feeling well enough to stream Friday night. And hopefully everybody will be feeling better by this upcoming Friday so we can continue on. As per usual, our maps are brought to you through Roll20. Also, I'd like to, if you've noticed a commercial at the very beginning of our show is from a company called GUI Cube. We're advertising the first chapter, so if you haven't had a chance to check out the first chapter of the Red Star Rising campaign that we run on Fridays, go to that website, look it up, get you a copy of it. And of course, I haven't mentioned it in a while, but once we reach 150 followers on Twitch, I have a copy of that to give to one lucky viewer. Let's see. Also, they will be doing a Kickstarter here before too long. There's not a whole lot of information on it yet that I can pass out, but just stay posted. There should be some good things coming from that. What else?
Supposed to be going live at the end of the month.
Yeah, I just haven't gotten the actual information complete on it.
Yeah, no date
They're
yet.
working on getting some reviews and stuff in for some of the products to help out with the Kickstarter. It should be a blast. Let's see. I don't know of any conventions or anything that are coming up that any of us are involved in. If there is, please go ahead and speak up now.
TsunamiCon online
Excellent.
at the end of this
All
month.
right. Anybody else? Nothing?
Don't think
How
so.
about some actual announcements that you guys might want to throw out there? Get anything of any interest?
Did you talk about game day? November
I have
7th?
not. Would you care to do that for us?
Alrighty. On November 7th, which is a Saturday, we are looking to run Extra Life's Game Day to raise money for the Children's Hospital Network. It's an organization that helped aid children's hospitals throughout the United States. Hospitals like St. Jude's, Children's Health. Those are the only two I know because those are the ones in my state.
Yeah,
But
we have a children's
I'm
here in
sure,
Atlanta as well.
So come on out. We'll be running several games that day. Once we get everything finalized, we'll have it in our description down below in Twitch, where you can go to donate if you feel like donating and help us raise money for a good cause.
Thank you, Marcus. So,
Also, I misspoke. TsunamiCon is actually the 16th, 17th, and 18th.
okay, so that's what, 2 weeks from now, I think? It's October?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, today is the 4th.
And
12 days. In 12 days.
Gooey's going to be running their one shot at that. So.
That's okay, and I think that's the same one that they ran at Gen Con, correct?
Yes, the same one shot they ran at Gen
Excellent,
Con.
and that's going to be the same one we're going to run on the 7th for one of the games. Plus a couple, I got a homebrew mousetrap that I believe I'm going to try to run that the viewers can actually donate to, change it up a little bit. And I believe two of our other players are going to be running campaigns. Ronnie from our Friday game, as well as I think Marcus is going to be running something. We don't have to be it's going to be Starfinder for that one. So jump in and check with us. Check out the 7th. Donate some money to help out these children that definitely need it. And let's see, before we get started, who would like to give us a recap of last session?
Well then, last session we talked in the morning. We all kind of woke up and talked, and Dux talked to this weird figure. He appeared as a little goblin at first, but he was kind of ethereal looking. And then after some time, he turned into this scientist-looking fellow that Belfi recognized. And Dux had decided that this was also possibly a manifestation of his god. And after talking to him for a little bit, he ran up to the little dome that was in the corner that must have been projecting this creature and tore the crystal out of the wall and then started just yanking at the wire until it finally snapped and came out.
Breaking the projector,
Yep, when he yanked the crystal out for projector.
inevitably.
Yeah. And when he did that, thing was gone, but it claimed that this base was its, and that's where it was. After all that, we transformed and traveled south, but not before everyone just scattered.
Literally to the winds.
Yeah. We all turned into clouds, and everyone went their own direction except for me and Dux. So Dux had to go round them all up because he can talk to people, and I can't. So we traveled south towards Kansu for about 6-7ish hours. We landed outside the city. Rock went up, kind of invisible, investigated the gates. They didn't seem too untoward. They were just making sure people weren't going to kill anyone when they came in, basically.
But they let you guys in anyway.
Yeah, smart of them, right?
To be fair, they didn't ask too many questions.
Yeah, they seemed honest enough. So we all went in.
Rock
Brother
was
May
invisible. Up.
Yep. Brother May I had said that him and this little halfling there had killed the dragon. Guy seemed to believe him. I got up there and it's like, oh, so you believed him when he said that they killed the dragon, huh? Smart. So basically explained to the
Great
guards what
persuasion
happened up
check.
north.
I mean, what can you say?
I know.
The dice gods
So,
spoke.
yep. We all made our way in, went to the Black Plaster Inn. We were sitting down and we were met by this dwarf named Rickfire Glimmergant. And there was an elf behind the bar named Perthuna. And after talking with the dwarf, getting our food and drink and all that stuff, he kind of kept around. But eventually he made his way back, and we were approached by this Kalashar named Melina. And after some more drink, Rock went to the. He left, but he went to the Curved Raven.
Curved Raven.
Found himself a Lady of the Night for a while.
For at least a couple minutes.
Yep. While Belfi, Mai, Corporal, and I went to the Temple of Natralis, we reincarnated the Mousefolk, Elf, and the Human from Claro, and we turned the Mousefolk into a Halfling, the Elf into a Rock Gnome, and the Human into a Warforged. They didn't seem too grateful, except, the little Mousefolk didn't seem to mind too much that he was alive and not dead, and that he found out his friends were still somewhat alive, to our knowledge. So they went off. They left. We decided to walk throughout the shopping district before we made our way back to the inn. We found several stores, and we were approached by guards, and they asked us what we were doing. We told them what we were doing, and they said it'd probably just be best if we went back to the inn. And when I talked to him, he said probably the Bent Binder would be the best place for me to find an enchanter of sorts. Would be the best place to look. But yeah, we found a open air blacksmith, a store called Hidden Little Treasures, the Sage Inn, a butcher called the Vulgar Cutler. So we made our way back, tore out of the temple district towards our home where we were staying.
Did you mention the Den of Favors?
Yeah, the Den of Favors or the Curved Raven.
Well, the Curved Raven is the Den of Favors.
The brothel.
Just making sure.
Yep, the brothel.
It was very important. Seemed to be touched on twice.
Yep.
How do you know how many times it got touched?
Don't know.
Yep. So apparently Dux, I think, had been doing some investigation on the disappearances, and he found a tranquilizer dart, if I remember right, and a little bit of blood that may be a possible lead. And Rock had spent the day scouting out the Curved Raven, or spent the night scouting out the Curved Raven.
Rivera had never left.
Yeah.
I guess she lives there.
Yeah. I mean, when people are going missing, kind of makes a little sense.
We did find more information about the kids, so.
Yeah, Dux did.
And you guys are now currently 13th level.
Yep.
We found out a child is taken about every 7 days, and there was a dart in the covers.
Yep,
from a
that's
hand
the
crossbow
tranquilizer.
with a mushroom smell.
There was a mushroom smell.
Yep. So we all made our way back, I think. Well, Belfi, Mai, and I made our way back. You went back to the
stalls
horse
at the gate.
stalls. Yep, you went back to the stalls, Corporal.
Gotta sleep with my boo.
That's where we stayed. That's where we
All
stopped.
right, so give me a D20 roll, since we don't have that set up on here yet.
Count a lot.
You could have saved that for later, like during an attack roll. All right, so you get the temporary hit points card. You remember how that is, right?
2d8 plus level.
Yep. Alrighty then. So let's see.
And we ended the last session with a long rest.
We hadn't slept quite yet. Like, we didn't go to sleep. We just kind of stopped once we got back to the end for the most part, it seemed. But that's up to you if we got our long rest or not.
Well, I mean, you got back to the tavern, and whether or not you.
And I was going to do a couple of things with Mai that weren't going to take too long.
Right, well, go ahead. What was you going to do?
All right. Well, it's getting late. Can you do something for me?
You start off with it's getting late, and can you do something for me?
Yeah. Can you let this spell just take effect?
Oh, okay. Now I'm tracking. Sorry. Yes, go ahead.
All right, so I'm gonna cast polymorph on him once, turn him into a giant coral snake, and all right, that'll work. Pop you out one more time if that's all right,
Okay.
and I'll cast it again and turn you into a two-headed Plesiosaurus
Flop around.
and let go of it.
Please
All right,
tell
good.
me you were not in the tavern when you were doing this.
No, not in the center of the
Yeah,
tavern.
well,
This would have been in the rooms.
Yeah,
Empty
you want to do
tavern
a,
late at night. Pop, pop. No.
you might want to look into that Gigantosaurus. They're an excellent beast.
Gigantosaurus. I don't think that's within my realm of being able to turn people into.
Gi- a
Or, yeah, I think that's a little beyond me. And this was more for me to be able to transform into later.
Uh-huh.
Polymorph is just like snap, you're that creature. Me, it's like I need to see it.
All right, so you've done that, and I guess the rest of you all decided to go to rest. Corporal
Well,
punishment. You went to the stables with Fred, correct?
I did, and I paid for the night and got my bucket of water for him. So
All right. Any
Sergeant Rock's in the night, casing the joint.
okay? Any preparations for your night in the stable?
I have no idea how long you made a joint last all night, Rock.
no, I mean we just we get him some hay or get him some water to drink, and we bunker down together and make sure we're facing the door.
All right, and Sarge, you're invisible, standing outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, is there anything? Where exactly are you standing?
I'm standing across the street from the Curved Raven, where I can see the place, at least the front door, if somebody comes out. But where I'm out of the way as people are passing on the street. I'm just watching the place.
All right, noted. Let's see where we at.
And then once the sun starts coming back, I'll be feedback to the hotel and be sure to join in for breakfast and give everybody their 18 temporary hit points.
Okay, so while you're there and you're at the stables, what's everybody else doing other than the animal transformation so I can see what it looks like thing?
Yep, that all lasted all of a couple minutes.
How about our other halfling and our sorceress or Sorlock?
So I got that napkin from Rock where he had drawn a map or where he was going, and so I was going to head that direction to chat with him about my findings.
All right, so you follow the map. What about our other two?
Well, I would like to just quick message to the wifey, make sure everything's good there, and then try to reach out to my buddy in Barrymore, wherever it's at.
I do have a question.
Marking your calls.
Basically, wherever he's at.
You guys did have wanted posters, did you not?
Dux got a couple wanted posters, or he got a couple copies. I think he drew down. He didn't take the ones that those halflings, I think they were, had, or the dwarves or whatever. He didn't take those, but he convinced them to let him make a copy.
Okay, and you've kept those put away the entire night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mentioned when I was with him if I could, or someone had it.
Okay, I just checking, keep my mind on where it's at. So Belfi and why do I keep forgetting your character's name? What are you two doing?
Melina.
What are you, Melina and Belfi? What are you two doing?
I'm gonna make sure my door's secure, that my window is secure, that I have everything within hand's reach because I trust nothing.
All right,
At this
and
point,
what exactly are you planning on doing as far as securing them? What is your mode of doing so?
I'll take a chair and put it, under the door, make it so if anybody comes in, I can hear it and it should wake me up.
All right, so let's see. Give me a. Let's just say. You can either give me a survival or just a basic intelligence check.
Okay. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Ignore that. That's a saving throw. That's not what I meant to send.
Which is what's your proficiency modifier?
Survival is 12.
All right. You seem to think you've done a decent enough job securing your room. Now you were in a room by yourself.
Yes. I believe, no, were we?
What,
We
we
got
get
three
four
rooms. We got 3 rooms because he had 5 available. So we went ahead and got 3 of them, just so
Yeah.
we weren't all crammed in one. And if someone wanted to split up or whatever,
All right. So who's staying in whose room? I mean, we already know Sarge is not going to be there. So and Dux is left. So is it? I'm sure you guys did your whole polymorph thing in one of the rooms, right?
Yep.
Right.
Was the room big enough to do the two-headed whatever it was?
it's a large creature, I
Oh
believe.
yeah. When you do that, you just Belfi and Jesus, I just
Melina?
looked the damn
Because I
name
doubt
up.
he like transformed in the middle of
Melina.
the air and slammed to the ground. But
So Belfi and Melina, you guys are in your respective rooms, and you hear this crash sound from down the hall, and then you hear the strange noise of whatever creature Brother Mao was turned into.
If it doesn't come into my room, then I'm ignoring it. I do not want to get involved in this.
What was that, Melina?
yep, it's a large beast.
I said I probably didn't hear anything. The second I hit the pillow, I was out.
Okay, if you want to be that heavy of a sleeper. What was that, a perception?
We'll
That's
remember
canon
that.
now.
That's what it sounds like.
All right, so you're a heavy sleeper.
Yep.
All right, so Ducks.
Weird.
You're flashing in and out. You there, brother?
Flash.
Sorry, my shadow step malfunctioned.
All right, so you're making your way through the city streets following this makeshift, well, I guess it's not really a map because he hadn't been there to draw a map, I guess. But you make your way to the Curved Raven. You get there, what are you doing?
But you don't see Rock. But Rock will see crazed Psycho Hobbit appear. And he'll go
Yeah,
around.
I'm extending my thoughts out because I know Rock has his invisibility cloak, so I'm extending my thoughts out, searching for Rock.
Rock will get into the 30-foot range while remaining invisible and talk. Check out this alley over here, right across from the Raven. And then once in the alley, I'll let him, I'll drop the hood and say, "What are you doing here? You following me?"
I just came to where you are, Rock. You're the one that gave me the map.
As I recall, you were the one who just snagged that napkin, but whatever.
So I went and checked out one of the homes where the kids was taken, and I found this, and I'll show him the syringe. You know what this is?
It's like a trank dart.
Okay.
Effective as a
know-
rule.
Do you know where we could get one of these?
Not from around here. I wouldn't know, no.
Give me a history check, Sergeant Rock.
Historia.
History. We'll see if at any point in time you might have had dealings. Whoa!
Nat 20.
All right. With your time in the organization you're no longer a part of, you did hear stories of certain races that preferred using those in combat.
Oh,
Dark elves.
yeah. Form Tenebra said there was a kind of alpha droll, I guess, or something that like this kind of dart. It's a sleep dart. He's saying they were knocking out the kids and then dragging them off. He's gone.
Yep. Apparently he
That's him talking to your
he
guy.
shadow stepped again.
There he is.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yes. Sorry.
It looks like he fell down the cliff that's behind him.
Yeah. My powers are malfunctioning, but I'm back. I think I got them under control now. But
Yeah,
all right.
that's what it looks like. So maybe these Drow are the ones that are being employed to nab.
I did smell that, like, there was a lingering smell of like caverns and fungus and mushrooms and something in the air. So that could make sense.
Yeah, Drow traditionally live in the Underdark and eat a lot of mushrooms.
As long as they're eating mushrooms, right?
Yeah, so maybe if we want to trap them, we could just put out a sort of a bowl of mushroom soup and scatter some mushrooms around and kind of make a mushroom festival, and they'll come flocking, and then we can round them up.
Yeah, that should work.
Sounds like a plan. Mushrooms to the rescue.
I don't see anything wrong with that plan. All right, so
Well, thanks for the tip. Did you find other evidence at the scene of like how the perpetrators got in or got out?
I think that the person came in with some kind of portal, kind of like your dimension door or something like that. There were no signs of entry at all. No forced entry, no magical entry. The door was sealed. Everything was sealed. So the only way they could have gotten in is the same way I probably got in. I just shadow stepped in. So they probably did something similar.
It's going to be hard to track them if we can't find fingerprints or some other evidence of their passage.
Well, I mean, I've never seen anything like this dart before. And so if we could find the person who makes these, maybe they could tell us who bought them.
Well, I'm guessing it's really those dark elves are probably being made in some village in the Underdark, and
Maybe they're
then
made
they're
here.
brought up to the surface.
Is there anyone in this town who has expertise that could even talk to us about these, tell us how they're made, or who could possibly in their circuit know how to make them?
Did we happen across a shop that's run by a Drow elf?
no, not that you haven't ran by any shops. Period. You went straight to the tavern and went from there.
It was nighttime really by the time we got
So we
to
need
town.
to look for a crafter tomorrow that can make, or today, that can make things like this, like a smith or maybe a tinker. I don't know.
Or at least point us in the right direction of an artificer
Yeah.
that's, in tune with that kind of thing.
Perfect. I'm gonna go back to the inn and get some sleep. I guess you're staying here.
Looks like you've had as much to drink tonight as I've had.
Hello.
Hi. Do you normally talk to yourself in dark alleys?
Yeah, generally.
Ugh, well.
I find I get the best advice that way.
Okay. Where you coming from?
Well, we just arrived in town. I was at the inn, Brown Plaster.
I mean,
Brown
I know I'm
Snackle.
drunk and I'm seeing three of you, but I'm sure it's just one of you.
It's the one on the left. That's me.
Okay. We?
Sweet.
We. You said we. There's three of you,
Oh,
but
yes. The rest of my companions are at the inn.
where you staying? Is the drink good there?
Brown Plaster, something like that. Who are you?
Oh. You want
Rock's going to do an instant check. Is this guy really just a wandering drunk?
give me yeah, sure.
I got
As far as you know, yeah, he is.
He is.
Yeah. Did I hear him like suddenly go, "Hey, did you guys see a bright light?"
Where am I at? Is this what I was looking for? Nope, that's not what I was looking for. Wrong page. So, yeah,
Lux is
with
screwing
your
up a
insight,
little
you're
hard.
sure this guy's just some drunk that stumbled up to and heard
Yeah, I could smell it on his breath. He was gonna puke
Yeah,
on me. That's why I told him it was the one on the left.
you. Yeah, he just heard you standing in the alley talking to pretty much to yourself as far as he knew. So,
You might have heard another voice, distinctive.
well,
That doesn't mean anything. I could have still been talking to myself.
True. Yeah, it's the best way to do it.
I'm. What is my name? I knew it a minute ago. I don't know what it is now. I'm.
Are you looking for companionship? Because the Kirby Raven's across the way.
I can't afford that place. Plus, my wife would kill me. Bad enough I come home
Well,
drunk every night. She'd kill me if I come home smelling of what's in there. But you know. Well, I'll leave you to converse amongst yourself. And he
thank
stumbles
you.
down the alleyway and passes out a
Have
little
a good
further
night. I'm gonna see if he has anything useful in his pockets as he stumbles past.
down. All right, well, give me a sleight of hand.
That dude. An extra voice will join in, going, "Get yourself home."
Huh?
Carl.
What?
So I just make up a name, Carl. You need to get home.
Hey, that's my coins. Leave it alone.
Said useful. I didn't say money.
Oh,
Yeah, but your sleight of hand was only 14 to my 19 perception, so
Pretty
on the
good
dot.
perception for a drunk man.
Yeah.
It's interesting how he's definitely making sure nobody touches his coin purse. That's if he might have had his hand on it or something. He would have only got 2 coppers out of it anyway. He spent all of it on the beer.
I'm gonna make my way back to the inn.
All right, and you stay and put, Sarge.
Until 7 a.m.
Alrighty, what's going on?
Do I see like any of the girls leaving the Curved Raven?
You do not.
That's a little weird.
It's almost as if it's their home as well.
Maybe they're just that busy.
You do see, well, let me rephrase that. I said you don't see any leave. But you do, after, a little while, you see a couple male and some females walk in, and then the same ones about an hour or so later walk out. That's
Yeah, none of them were in and out as fast as you were, Rock. They stayed at least half an hour.
No, they're all staying there for about an hour, because that's what they pay by the hour. Some seem to stay in there longer than others, so...
Well, and of course, Rock was in there trying to get information for the remaining 58 minutes of his
Yeah,
session.
and he got some information, did he not?
I mean, not that much, but he was pretty disappointed that she wouldn't go into any detail. So she's hoping to talk to her again.
Okay, well, the sun's starting to come up.
I'll scurry back to the hotel and sit down where everybody's eating breakfast and give them sort of an impromptu briefing on protocols when encountering Allied soldiers, but from a different country. Everybody gets their 18 temporary hit points.
While you're doing that, everyone gets water breathing as well.
Dan, did I get any word back from the wifey or the
Oh yeah,
guy?
I'm sorry, we didn't actually get into your message. So go ahead and do that.
Hey, hon, up in what's the name of this town?
Consti.
Consti, just checking in, see how things are.
Everything seems to be fine. Let's see. Of course, you have no ship. Your oldest opened his eyes for a minute and then went back out. How many more do I got?
Did
There's
your wife get the
25.
feeling-
Other ship arrived this evening.
Good.
She starts to say something else, but it cuts off about like 2 words in.
I'll send another best back. That is great. I hope to be back soon. Hugs, kisses to everybody, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. And then send the last one to my buddy and Barrymore. See if he responds. The whole ghostly death's coming for you.
You get no response.
Huh. Are you alive? Are you alive?
I mean, you're doing the spell. Is it going through, or is it just? Is he not saying anything?
I don't know.
Maybe you caused him to take extreme measures.
Because I know,
Maybe.
like, you keep talking, but the way your face looks, I was like, not the answer you wanted. Like, you know, if I try and scry on someone, it just fails.
Yeah.
If they're not on the same plane or if they're dead.
Yeah. Well, this reaches out,
Well, not dead,
but I don't get a message failed to send type response.
You
There's
have,
no little red icon.
the person you were trying to reach, his mailbox is full.
This number's no longer in service.
Yeah, you don't get any of that stuff.
Maybe they just blocked you. I don't know.
Could be. I don't know. Can you scry on them? See if.
not tonight.
Okay.
All right, so
Animal Messenger, you can try a different method to contact them with Animal Messenger. We call that sending them a tweet if you lose a little bird for the Animal Messenger.
You mean
Oh, what?
homing pigeons, right? That's what
Yeah.
you mean, right? Homing pigeons.
Homing pigeons. Yeah, that was the World War II version of sending a tweet.
You put a note on a bird and you ship the bird out into the air and then
Ducks
it takes the message somewhere.
Ducks lost his head.
Oh, no.
Well, I actually got one of those going. I sent my
That's right.
minion with a note to go find them in Barrymore.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
You've got a
Does your minion fly?
No, he's
Oh,
taking the tunnels back.
If you throw him hard enough.
All right,
he could.
so your
fly.
messages were all sent. You
And-
got your hugs and kisses and all that back from on your second message.
Okay.
And then I guess
Okay.
you guys get a night's rest.
mean,
Mhm.
Are you well versed on yeeting a minion?
I think ducks would be the best course to do that.
What, yeeting ducks, or you mean ducks yeeting something?
Exactly that.
Yeah, however it works. All right, so the next morning, y'all wake up.
I need to check
Yeah.
and see if I have to roll any charges as well.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm full.
Me and Fred will walk back to the inn to have breakfast with everybody.
That should put me at full. So I think I only rolled 5 last time.
Is that for your favorite wand?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine recharges. So,
So
I'm
you
at +4
guys,
as well.
Sergeant Rock, you're heading back as the sun's coming up, correct?
Yep.
All right. So once you get back that direction, about the same time, everybody else is going to smell the breakfast being cooked.
Okay. Wake up, mosey on down. I'll kick Sarge in the foot, or Surge in the foot if he's still sleeping, and say, "Hey, let's go eat."
Sarge isn't there.
Oh,
Oh,
all
Sarge.
right.
Sorry, so you said Sarge.
Yeah, at first I said Sarge, but that's
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just thinking on some spells real quick. I'll be down in just a minute.
okay.
All right. Well, as you make your way down, what about everybody else? Nothing seemed to accost you in your room last night, there, Belfie.
Right. Then I'll put everything back as it was and go downstairs and find some tea.
Some tea.
Mhm.
Okay. So you make your way down. About
Breakfast
that
tea.
time, you see Brother May coming out of his room.
Mhm.
And what about you, Melina?
I'm just gonna get ready and head downstairs to get some breakfast.
All right. So, Duck, so you made it back last night. So are you on your way down to breakfast? You can stay in your room a little longer.
I'm finishing up my meditations. I'll go for breakfast.
Right. So for now, it's just the two of you that seem to go downstairs.
I'll be down in not long after.
All right. You get down there, and there is. Oh, it's not working. Why didn't it work? There it is. Alright, so there is a female human, looks dark in complexion, lean in build. She's got a green shirt, a heavy tan leather apron, and she has red hair that she's wearing down. Her eyes are kind of hazel and cat-like. She's walking around the bar area, kind of tidying up. You see her walk back towards the back periodically to check on something. Comes back in the other room and sees you come down. Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Would you two prefer some breakfast this morning?
Yes, please. Some meats, maybe some eggs, if you got it.
Yes, I
I'll
have
take
some.
whatever you have.
I have some ham and eggs being cooked currently, and I can also make you some flapjacks.
Not big
My
on
eyes light up.
flapjacks. But I will take some tea.
Tea. That's right. I was left a note about tea last night. One of you prefers it, so I will get on that.
Can you make that too, please? When he mentioned it last night, it sounded delightful.
Very well. I'll get that for you. Of course, you'll find a place to sit anywhere.
And those flapjacks, can I get a big stack of them?
Why, certainly. It'll take a little longer to get them out to you because I make those fresh so they don't get cold.
I am so excited. Would you believe it's been 1,000 years since I've had any?
I'll take your word for it. And she shakes her head and walks back in the back.
Rock will come in and he'll order shit on a shingle and a cup of Joe.
I'm sorry. Can you try that again?
Joe,
I can give that to you,
the
Rock.
chunks that the other one carries around. Do you just stick those in the water?
Chip beef, and a cup of Joe, basic coffee.
Oh,
Black is,
you want some cafefe?
if that's what you call it, I guess. Yeah, sounds fine, I guess.
You all right there,
Oh, I
Serge?
forgot about that. I completely forgot about that.
That is apparently what our last DM that helped me create this world called it. Therefore, that's what we call it, cafefe.
Yeah, we want coffee about that time. If you remember anything about that, that's when that happened. So, coffee
I'm
was
kinda-
cafefe.
French roast, then. Okay, I just need a little jolt.
Well, I'll make you some coffee. I don't know what this French roast is.
Sounds like cafefe. So anyway, I'll drink it, whatever it is. And yeah, you got. Do you have some dark toast, or just have regular toast for the cream chip beef?
I don't know what this cream chip beef is. But if you'd like some bread, yes, I can toast you some bread. I have some bacon and eggs currently cooking. And the young lass over there, the 1,000-year-old young lass over there said that she'd like some
It's actually
flapjacks.
older, but yes, you get the idea. Very old.
1800, I'm told. But yeah, let's go ahead and get some eggs and bacon and 2 slices of bread, so I can, kind of stack them and make a romp and chop kind of thing.
But what is this cream chip beef thing you've mentioned? I've never heard of it before.
Oh, it's kind of an army standard. Yeah, they get side of beef and it's all frozen, kind of knock the bits off, and then you stir it up in some milk or some cornstarch for thickener. And yeah, I don't know all the ingredients, but kind of got used to it. Getting used to it, but I did.
So it's meat chunks with cornstarch and milk.
Basically a
This is
cream
really
gravy.
meat chunks. This whole lot of you.
Yeah, cream gravy. You put it on toast. It's great. But
Cream gravy. Yes, that I can actually do.
yeah, you could just kind of make up some meat and gravy and put it on my toast, and or if you even have biscuits, that's even better.
I can see what I can do. And she goes back towards the back. A few minutes later, she'll come out with 2 plates of bacon and eggs, and 1 plate with like 8 flapjacks on it.
I'm so excited.
I'll come down about now.
I stand on the table so I'm tall enough to get to the top of the flapjacks.
No one's planning on losing any fingers or arms or legs today, are they?
Do you plan for that normally? I say around a mouthful of pancake.
Well, now I do.
Very weird.
Yeah, planning quite the opposite. I'm planning to retain all of my, phalanges.
I have a
Don't know about limbs, but apparently Rock wants to eat part of a roof with some bird shit on it.
I don't know.
Well,
That's kind of odd.
Pretty shingles or something.
Can I get some biscuits and gravy with a side of sausage? And okay, I was just checking for a spell that I'm
Maybe
thinking
more
about
breakfast
preparing.
manners.
Does that include the sausage and gravy for the spell?
No, that's what I was gonna order.
Okay.
Mhm.
A
Yeah,
few minutes
no,
later, though, she
because-
does come out with what looks like a biscuit with a
You know.
cream gravy and sausage chunks in it and hands it to Sergeant Rock.
No, that looks about like it. Yeah.
This is the closest
I
thing
am-
to your description of, what was it you called it?
Oh,
SOS, which has a kind of a fun vernacular timbre. This stuff's pretty good.
Oh, and
But,
here's
yeah.
a cup of cafefe. Like I said, I don't know what French roast means, but there it is.
Well, if this is it, he'll sample that too. I just get some water, please.
I mean,
Oh, and when you get a moment, raw meat, please. Thank you.
Yeah, and here, you can take this cup. You could just throw that on the roof or something.
over breakfast. I
Wait,
would
I'm
prefer-
supposed to throw that on the roof. Is there a reason for it?
Yeah, it doesn't belong in a dining room. I think maybe you would appreciate that, but yeah, on this side of the front line, I think it's rejected. Yeah,
Okay.
for
I'll,
the safety
I'll,
sake.
I'll go out and throw it on the roof if you'll get me some raw meat, miss.
is there a particular kind
Yeah,
of raw
yeah.
meat you'd like? Because all I have right now is sausage and ham for this morning. The meat for dinners is not set out yet.
Take a trip to the
Any,
bush.
any red meat would do.
Well, our red meat's not due to be brought out till after lunch.
Oh. Well, that's kind of terrible.
Give her some raw bacon.
Oh, what?
If I guess I could do that.
Okay, well, I'll try that. I've never had it, but okay.
Well, after she brings Serge out his biscuits gravy with sausage on the side, she brings you out a plate with some strips of raw bacon.
Great. Okay, well, I'm gonna go out and feed Fred and me, and I'll throw this coffee on the roof. Be back in a few minutes.
Oh,
So I'm gonna.
I needed
Go ahead.
something else from you before the night was over with you and Sergeant Rock. I need 2 Constitution saving throws.
Saving throw.
Yes.
I'm not good at saving throws.
I got a little sidetracked with everybody in different locations.
There's
Give me
one.
your second one.
That was good. That must mean the next one will be a nat 1.
Am I the other person that needs to be
Yes.
rolling? Okay.
Hey, that's not
Good
bad.
enough.
Huh?
Now,
They must not be very important saving throws.
I mean, that one's better, but you know.
Totally matched. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that.
That's freaky.
all right.
Doo-doo-doo.
So, as far as that's concerned, the night was extremely cold, but I guess you laying against Fred was enough to stem it off, and the position you had in the alley was enough to keep the wind off you, so you make it through the night without too much of an issue. Just, kind of cold and stiff this morning, though.
Okay.
I just meant to do that earlier before breakfast and got sidetracked. All right, so you guys are sitting having breakfast.
I would
We're
look at
making sure the
breakfast.
gang's all here. So if there's anybody missing, Rock will go up and get Ducks and say, hey, yeah, we're kind of having a morning meeting and / breakfast.
Well, Dux has no head, so you have to give him a minute.
Well, someone needs regenerate now.
Does that spell out?
Not gonna work. He's dead.
He's dead, Jim.
Let's go find the head of Vecna and put that on.
But yeah, no, I'm just kind of going through my spells, and I got a couple that I'm not very used to. And if none of you are planning on losing any limbs, I don't need to prepare that one. I mean, I can basically banish someone.
I mean, I don't ever really prepare to lose a limb, but I mean, it's always possible.
It can always be brought back tomorrow.
The lady walking around bringing your food's like, do you really
I'll adjust as you do that.
expect to lose limbs?
So I come
every day?
downstairs right about the time the Surge talks about losing a limb and see the woman's face.
Yeah, pretty much.
I have 3 pancakes left.
I take them and eat them.
I stab you with my fork.
Do you
never
see
know.
this
What if you
happen?
didn't notice.
How did I not notice?
She's literally leaning
I don't
over
know.
the plate
You're
of
looking around.
pancakes,
I'm
eating.
standing on the table to get my pancakes.
So
You
were
look up
looking
to see
around
him
at the
coming down the
conversation.
stairs. Yeah.
Nope.
Oh.
Oh.
By the way, Fred didn't like that bacon.
Oh, I thought they were for
very
me.
Right. No, get your own damn pancakes.
Good morning, sir. Would
Right.
you like some food as
He
well?
needs his own. I don't share food. It's gross.
What would you like?
Could I get maybe some bangers and mash, if you would?
What?
Oh, sure. Now you don't want pancakes. Okay.
Bangers
First, we
and
have
mash.
the shit on a shingle order, whatever the hell that is, and then you're ordering bangers and mash.
They're spicy sausages
Yes.
and potatoes that have been creamed up and fried.
Okay, I think I can do that, but I've never heard it called that before.
Well, you know what? It's British, so even if you get it wrong, it's going to taste correct.
Well, that's also true, but the not to me. No, it's a traditional halfling breakfast. I don't understand.
Confusing as it is, when
Taco.
you say something about it's British, and she's like, okay. And heads towards the back and starts making up your sausage and potatoes.
They're gonna kick us out, y'all.
By the way, you meant
It's
to
a
throw the whole
pancakes menu, guys. Sorry.
you meant to throw the whole cup up there, right? Because I did.
Well, that was good thinking. Might damage the roof, but yeah, we'll stick with other more traditional drinks from around here.
Okay.
Might get that shit you were wanting.
No, not necessary. Yeah. When Rock finishes his SOS, you'll probably still see there's some pancakes left. Are you going to finish that?
I'm eating all of them, every single bit of them.
So, Rock, did you get any information last night from the
No.
mistress?
Guess the only thing I really gleaned from that, well, I did hear tell that kids have been going missing around here for a couple months, and so it's always a very mysterious, no sign of entry, just gone. And old Duck showed up and showed me a dart that looks like the kind that some animal experts use to tranquilize animals. So they must be knocking the kids out with these sleep darts. Look like the kind that I understand Dro used, according to my mentor, Balda. He was training me to operate here, right? Not that I trust Forum Tenebris completely, but said there were these Dro elves. They like to use these sleep darts.
I would
Kind of
love
fit
that.
that profile.
Thank you.
Okay, so this might be some black market type stuff. So, Dux, do you think you might be able to find some connections around here that could tell us anything?
Did you
I
did you
can
say
ask around. I
Drow?
can see.
The drone. Yeah.
Well, some people call them drow. Yeah.
Aren't those scary?
They're called dark elf.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, aren't those scary dark elf things?
Yeah.
Yep, that would be
I've
them.
never seen one
uses them,
before.
so I-
Are you saying they might be the reason the children are missing?
Agreed. Yeah, that's
Maybe.
that's kind of the evidence pointing out.
We have no evidence.
You have no
At all.
no evidence,
The dart
That
is
they're
definitely
drow? No.
just that the dart was
It could have
used.
been anyone.
Gotcha.
It could have been a hermit that likes to eat mushrooms. We don't know.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any mushrooms? I guess we should ask that.
Well, we usually have mushrooms with the evening meal. We have meat and mushroom gravy usually.
Do you have a mushroom manufacturer or grower around here?
No, we usually just grow ours in the cellar because you have to be in a dark spot for that.
like the Underdark. Yeah.
Can I
all
go
the
down to your
things-
cellar and look at the mushrooms?
I don't know if
Did we just shift blame to the people here?
I was gonna say, are you trying to say that maybe I'm involved in the children missing?
No. I just like to look at different kind of mushrooms. They're a delicacy where I come from.
Give me a deception check.
Oh, I'm not trying to deceive
I
you.
mean, you've only ordered raw meat the entire campaign, so.
Well, that's because I didn't know there were actually good mushrooms here.
Oh, well, then give me a persuasion check then, if it's not a deception.
Okay. Which I suck at. Oh, wow. Great roll.
Good enough. I can go get some and bring them to you.
Oh, that would be great. Can you bring like one of each kind that you have?
Well,
Is-
there's only one kind you cook with.
Oh. What kind do you cook with?
Basic white mushrooms. I'll get one. She goes down and comes back up with, some chopped up white mushrooms.
Oh, wow. These are. Do you have butter?
We have lard.
Oh, that's not the same thing.
No.
These are really good if you fry them up with butter. Oh, they're really good. But I'll eat them. I'll eat them like this if you don't have butter. It's good.
Okay.
Right, so let me get this straight. Raw meat, but fried mushrooms.
Where I come from, mushrooms are a delicacy. They don't really grow where I come from. So, once I got here, and I had mushrooms for the first time. They were big brown ones, called Chantels or something. I don't remember what they. Anyway, they were really good, and they fried them up with butter. Oh, they were so.
Well, it explains a lot. So you came to our world looking for a fun guy. When you finally found it, you ate it with butter. I get it.
Well, I mean, when you taste something that you never had before, some of it's good and some of it's
Some
pretty
of it's
disgusting.
good, some of it's called cafe.
Oh, and then fried mushrooms and onions. Oh, that's good too.
Now,
gotta
would
agree
you
with that,
cook the
right.
fried mushrooms and onions and toss them with the raw meat?
Oh, absolutely.
I am very confused by this whole thing.
Oh,
Chunk
that-
raw meat to
Yeah. I could go for a hot dog with that stuff on it. Some
I have to
quality
say,
A what?
sauteed mushrooms on top of a raw steak aren't bad.
Wait a minute. Did you just say you prefer a hot dog?
You want to eat a dog?
I think he's talking like a hellhound, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Do you eat your animals, your pets?
Not as a rule, but instead we eat hamburgers and hot dogs like crazy. They seem like, hey,
What's a hamburger?
And what's a hot dog?
That made of ham?
my pancakes are now gone.
that's pretty simple stuff. You know what? If I can get a shot at the kitchen, I can show you how to make a proper hamburger. And you'll be changing your diets around here.
Maybe not.
Well, unless you make it with bacon or sausage, I don't think you can do it because they don't have nothing else right now.
I think they're getting a delivery for dinner.
Yeah, we might have to stick around for dinner. And I'll try a hamburger.
Um,
I mean, how much ham do you put in it?
You'll have to find out. It's kind of a surprise. They're great.
Well, Fred's unhappy right now anyway because he didn't like the bacon. So
the barmaid has made her way back to the back, shaking her head about eating people's dogs and whatever this burger made out of ham is.
Just anybody's dogs.
And then, of course, the ordering of the shit on a
Cute
shingle
one.
and the bangers and mash. And
Got
this is
some,
a very
education.
strange group.
We're broadening her horizons. She should be pleased.
To get out of this business, she's gonna be like, never again.
she's probably also wondering what other kind of mushrooms there are since I seem to know of several different kinds and she only knows of one.
Yes, it's just the ones that she cooked with. She
All right,
doesn't
so
know.
we're in a city
This area has
that's
no
been in
idea
a-
what a portobello mushroom is, or they just know the.
Shiitake.
Yeah, none of that. The only other mushrooms in the area are the ones you don't cook because you really don't want to. I don't know. Give your
Magic
there you go.
mushroom.
The ones that make your patrons start hallucinating.
Oh, we
Did
should
you see
definitely
the
collect
size of
those.
that
Totally go
chicken?
for that.
Hey, Dobie, did you see the size of that chicken?
We need to find some magic mushrooms.
We're in the
So
spirit
you
world,
eat a
asshole.
mushroom and your patron gets high?
We're in
Or you might think so.
All right, so you guys are
How's that work?
you guys are now by yourselves at the table
Anyway.
eating your breakfast. You've got your sausage and mashed potatoes or whatever.
So last night, when we were done at the temple, we found a couple places that would be interesting to look at. I don't know. You found some information, but when we were done with all this reincarnation, we found a place called the Bent Binder. That might have some spells or something, just by the name. There was this blacksmith that was it's kind of like, an open air one where it had a little bit of a roof, but for the most part, it was in the open. We found a place called Hidden Little Treasures. That might have some stuff in it. There was another place called the Sage Inn. Basically this, I would assume. Just a different place. And then there was another butcher. That might be who you're looking for, Corporal.
Yeah, I need
They're
to
called
go
the Vulgar
to
Cutler.
I need to go to the butcher and the general store and the leather guy. And maybe the dress store too.
The what?
I need cloth and I need leather.
Oh. I thought you needed a dress. That didn't sound very Corporal P.
Well, no, but I would assume that they would have dresses made of cloth, so I could just cut them into strips, I guess.
All right, so what are y'all doing?
I'm ready to go shopping.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of thinking we ought to stick together so we can all go shopping together. Maybe we'll see what everybody's buying and get a chance to participate.
Yeah, because I talked to some of the guards last night, and they said the best place for me to find an enchanter would probably be the Bent Binder. But Hidden Little Treasures probably wouldn't be too bad to go to either.
Now, the Bent Binder, that was the bookstore?
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what it was.
Okay.
It was awful dark, but
Yeah, it was hard to see in some of the windows.
Right,
Well-
I'm just interested to see what this new world has to offer that I might not be used to.
Well, yeah, I think, Belfield, it might be wise for you to stay with us. You've probably already been associated with us. And so when we got to Barrymore, we kind of scattered and all did our own thing. But I don't think that's wise here because we know that Forum Tenebris is operating somewhere around here. And if we get waylaid while we're alone, we need to have a squad power to keep us safe.
Okay. Well, we also need to continue investigating on what we can find out about these missing kids. So Dux could reach out to maybe the underground contacts that might be in this town.
He might have to be alone for that, because I don't think they want, like, a whole group of us. You know.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
So we'll
reckon
start
that-
shopping first, and then
do we want to drag that Meliana or whatever her name is around with us? She seemed to be kind of looking in the same direction as we were.
Yeah, we got a shared purpose with Melina. She seems to know some stuff of her own. And anyway, if Foreign Tenebris gets word of her, then she's going to be safer with us.
More eyes never hurts.
It's true.
Does Melina have anything to say?
I discreetly speak in thieves' cant to Belfie and ask if she wants to go with me to scare up some underground
The
content.
conversation that
I
was
just-
about you just now. That's what I'm asking.
I very subtly nod. Just
All right. So
All right, well, let's start out with the hidden little treasures and see what we can find there, and then let the mint binder after that.
Works for me. If anyone needs to go to the blacksmith, I thought that was kind of on the way.
Well,
But
you know,
I
the
was coming
stores.
from a different direction too when we
Yeah,
saw
the
it all.
stores are kind of all in the same place. So I mean, they're not that far apart.
from what you were told, that the shopping's all in one ward.
Yeah.
So I mean, like we could just
Is
like
it
hit them,
close?
pretty much hit them all.
Is it enclosed and multi-level? Do they have a?
The blacksmith was just an open
No,
air.
it's not a mall.
Yeah.
Perhaps even the
It's not a
mall.
mall.
Yeah, we want them all.
Yeah, a lot of it's just like
This
open
isn't
air market.
Schult. You're not going to be.
Like the produce was sitting out on in baskets and stuff. So.
You're not walking around Port 9 Zarud where you go to the shop there.
There's no air conditioning. There's no cinema. You know.
So is everybody going together?
Yes, I believe so.
To my knowledge, yes. To what was said previously, I have no idea.
All right. So
There's this.
you guys want to make your way?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So you.
Did Melina come down and
I
join
don't know.
us?
Did she?
Have fun, guys. Have fun storming the castle.
Yes.
Yeah, she said she was at breakfast before we got there.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Yes, but they were asking you about traveling along with them, and you didn't
Yeah,
respond.
if you were gonna come with us out and about.
All right. Simple enough. So are
I guess so.
you guys lagging behind then?
Yeah.
All right. So you make your
Alright.
way to what's it? Little Treasures.
Whichever comes first on that list that I named off.
Well, I think
Yeah, we had to cross the bridge and then go
North.
north to get to the
'Cause
shops.
it's
Yeah.
in the upper ward.
So whatever we come across first one after we cross the bridge, I guess.
Because
we could just hit them all, you know.
Because in this town we've got the Curved Raven. We're not going to that. The Bent Binder, Blacksmith, Hidden Little Treasures, Sage Inn, which I don't see a need to go into right now, and then the Vulgar Cutler is the butcher that she was looking for, I believe.
Yeah, there's also a produce shop,
Yeah.
a dress place, a leather place. Yeah, there's
Yeah, just general clothing
Yeah,
stores.
all
All right. You also
All right.
find as you're walking towards. You said you want to go to the Bent Binder.
Yeah, that's the place that I'd like to go to
So
first.
as you're
but
making your way towards that way, you
whichever.
do come past a place that seems to be selling livestock and farm equipment. It's got a sign out
Oh,
front
neat.
called the Wilted Dryad.
the Wilted Dryad.
Mhm. Appears to be a female dwarf standing there, about 4'3" tall, long red hair. Keeping track of that. Let's see. You also walk past a shop called the Random Root. And finally make your...
Alchemy?
Pardon?
Does it look like an alchemy store?
Apothecary.
It could be.
Let's go in. We'll
You
hit
guys want to hit that up first?
yeah,
It's on the way. Might as well.
All right.
Yeah, we're here now. Let's go in.
And as you get ready to walk into the Random Route, you do see across the street, just a little further down, the Bent Binder.
Okay. I mean, we're already here, so.
All right, so as you walk into the Random Route, there is a male human standing behind the counter. His fingers are all stained. Looks like he's, got something in his nails. A couple of his spots on his hand look like they might be burnt. And you smell kind of an acrid smell in the air.
Like he's been using a Bunsen burner or something.
Well, maybe like a chemical fire,
It is
maybe
enough.
recently burned.
Okay, so can we assume then he's been like trying to make alchemy
It could be.
materials or
You do
spells?
see
Using
different
spells?
dried herbs and such hanging in the shop, as well as empty glass vials. Behind him, the wall is lined with different kind of vials of different concoctions. Yes, greetings. Welcome to the Random Route. What can I do for you?
Can I get a bottle of Coca-Cola? Say months.
The gentleman behind the counter looks to be standing about 5'7" tall, curly brown hair, brown eyes, and olive skin. Like I said, his fingertips are dyed green. Looks like from years of picking flowers or other plants. He's wearing a pale tunic and trousers that are stained and from dirt and other ingredients.
What have you got for sale?
What are you looking to buy?
I'm looking for potions.
Well, I have concoctions, elixirs, and potions. Is there any particular potions you're looking for? Do you... I even sell perfumes for the ladies who require them.
Are you saying I require perfume?
I can't smell anything, so I have no clue. My nasal cavity has been burned away a long time ago.
I am looking for potions that would help me remain strong in a fight and heal.
Something that'll help you remain strong in a fight and heal. Let's see. I can give you my... I don't know about strong. I can give you something that'll make you really remain alert. It's kind of a concoction that I brewed up from some very, very stout cafefe that we made. You drink this and it gives you energy and keeps you wide awake for hours. But if you drink too much, you may crap yourself. But side effects. Everything's got side effects.
Wait, you crap yourself? Is that what you
Yes,
said?
if you drink too much of this back to back, you're liable to crap yourself.
I don't want
I
that.
Well, then don't drink too much of it.
No. The right amount, which is 0. Yeah. And caution if you throw it through.
Trying to think of what the name I was looking for. Was it Vitality Potion? I don't remember what it was called.
Oh, vitality would be good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that and some curing kind of stuff.
Oh,
Healing potions.
what
Healing
kind of
stuff.
vitality are you looking for? Because, the only real good vitality potions I have are usually for men. They ask for a certain kind. It's kind of a bluish-colored potion that they take, and they drink it, and they're good for hours, but if, it ends up going longer than 4 hours, and they need to see
You
a
don't
physician
want those Coco P, they're
or a
bullshit.
cleric.
Yeah, not my main
I
concern.
didn't really
Yeah.
think so, but
I heard they're bullshit. I don't know personally.
Sure, Rock. Sure. Anyway, so if that's the only kind of vitality potion, then how about a concoction for curing of things?
hold on, let me see what I have. And he starts looking through the bottles behind him. Let's see. Nope, that ain't gonna do it. There we go. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not gonna do it. Okay, she's full. Nope, that's not what she's looking for. Let's see. I have. Let's see, how many do I have? I have 6 potions of the healing variety. 2 of them are not quite as stout as the others. And then I have, what is it? Okay, tell me it's not here. I was going to actually give you the... There we go. Oh, that's all underneath one thing. Let's see, I have 2 that are Are you okay there, miss?
Me?
No, the one that's choking by the
Oh.
door. You're not supposed to, eat the herbs that are hanging there. They're for potion making, not samples. I might have to ask you to wait outside if you're going to sample my herbs.
I think she heard us talking about magic mushrooms and got a little ahead of herself.
Magic mushrooms. Oh, okay, yes. I have used mushrooms on occasion. As I was saying, we have 2 healing potions that are of the lower variety, but I also have 4 others that are of a higher variety. So
Okay.
they're not quite mid-range; they're a little more higher.
How much do they heal?
Well, this one here, these 4 will heal you for 8d4 plus 8. He's showing you a bottle of superior healing. There's 4 of those he has for sale. And these 2, of course, are the standard ones. They only heal 4, and it's 2d4.
Okay. And how much are the superior ones?
Let's see.
Are they 1,000 or 1,500 apiece?
That's the good question.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. I don't know.
Let's see. We'll
I
go.
hope they're 500.
These here go for about 15 apiece.
1,500.
Yes.
That's 3 times what I have.
And did you say you had vitality stuff?
Vitality,
Or
I
not?
do-
Just that the male enhancement
Just the
ones?
male enhancement one. I'm sorry. We don't.
Okay,
I don't have any of the actual vitality potions. You're referring to the one that keeps you from being exhausted and all that, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm telling you, my energy drink that I am working on would definitely do that for you. Just you don't drink them like water, is the only deal. I've seen people who've tried that because they want to stay up for days, and it's very detrimental to the human body after a while. Now, the dwarves, on the other hand, they will drink it forever, but humans tend to have other problems. You, on the other hand,
How
I
much
don't
does the
know.
Red Bull cost?
I'm sorry. That's a good name. Should I call it that? I've never thought about
I
it.
encourage you to do so.
I was just thinking root beer, but
Wait, let me ask. Does it give you wings?
no, it doesn't give you wings. I don't think I have any potions in here that actually gives you wings.
You don't want to kill a bull then.
It just makes you feel energetic, alive, awake. You're not exhausted or tired. But like I said, if you drink too many of them back to back and try to push it, you end up, soiling yourself and then suffering from exhaustion afterwards.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you need any components? Any ingredients for what you do?
Let's see. I usually go
I
out.
mean, I do have 2 dragon
I
talons.
do usually go out and dragon talons. I might be able to do something with those. Are you looking to trade?
Yes. Although I don't know what a dragon talon goes for.
Well,
It's from an ancient white undead dragon.
ooh, an undead dragon at that.
Yes.
Might have different properties.
I wouldn't
Tell you
know.
what, one of the greater, more healing potions I will give you for those 2 talons.
You give me a superior for a talon?
No, for 2 talons.
2. Both talons.
1 for 2.
Worth it. Do it, man.
I don't know what the dragon talons go for is the thing. So.
Well, it turns out that 2 of them will get you a superior heal.
Well, I was trying to trade the 2 talons for the 2 potions. That's what I was working on here.
Brock is interested in that Red Bull, but first he has to ask, are these things made with kafafa?
Yes, it's a concentrated version of kefefe.
Never mind, I'll be outside. Thanks.
Crap, I backspaced too far.
Is there anything I can help
Okay.
anybody else with?
Got a couple of empty vials I could purchase off you.
Sure, I can sell you. And he brings out a case of nothing but like a box that has about 12 empty vials in it. How many would you like to have?
Uh, let's go with 4.
Only 4. I can sell you
Yes.
this whole case of 12 for like 4 copper or 4 silvers.
Do it.
Okay. Yeah.
And it comes with this nice little case, and it flaps over. It's got like a leather bound around a wooden box.
Neato.
No, I mean,
I
granted,
will-
it doesn't. If you throw it real hard, or as the young ones say, yeet it across the room, it's not going to protect them. But basic jostling around in your bag, it's going to protect them from breaking the glass.
Okay. I will pull one, or I'll pay him the 5 silver, and then I
Thank
will
you.
pull one and put it in my pocket, and the rest in the bag.
Okay.
I'll go
Yeah,
up to you
it's-
and quietly say to you, you could have just asked. I have 10.
I didn't know if you prefer human blood in yours or not.
I have 10 empty vials that I bought
Way
back in
back in the
Barrymore.
day.
Plus, yeah, you probably have, several dozen cans of brake fluid that you've been hauling
Brake
around.
fluid.
I only got 5 gallons.
Brake fluid.
Do you have any dried lavender of sorts?
Dried lavender. Let's see. Lavender. He's literally is he looking above your heads as you are asking. Let's see. Looks like a couple pieces over to your behind you to the right. Well, I mean, if you turn around, it's gonna be at your left, but it's over there. He points back corner.
How much is there?
A good little bundle. I'd say. I have no idea. It's about that big around where it's all tied together at.
Mm-hmm. How much for the entire thing?
Ooh, the entire. Well, you can get it. I'll sell it to you for, we'll say, 3 silvers.
All right. So I'll hand him 3 silvers.
Excellent. Is your friend fine now after she's eaten some of my root there by the door?
I have no
You might
idea.
want to keep an eye on
We
her
went for 2 hours.
because
Do you?
roll me a Constitution saving throw, Melina.
Serves you right.
Okay, so you got 2 potions in.
Yeah, I gave him the 2 talons and the gold for.
No, it did not go through. All right, so you have 2 potions, so it leaves me with 2 of those and 2 of the regulars.
All right. You're the go-to girl for healing potions.
Still hasn't gone through.
Whatever shall I do now that I've used 3 silver? I'm down to 2.
You just sell herbs and stuff, or do you have maybe some bat fur?
Actually,
Did you say bat
I'll
fur?
use-
Yes.
Are you looking for like spell components?
Correct.
Let's see. Bat fur. Is there a particular version of the bat that you would like to have? I mean, I know you said fur, but I mean, are you looking for albino? Are you looking for the vampire bats? Are you looking for fruit bat? Or is it just bat?
It just bat fur.
All right, and he turns around. He starts. There's like a box
And
behind him.
some coal if you got back there as well.
Call or coal?
Coal.
Okay. Still waiting on the Constitution saving throw. Okay. So he steps off to the side. You got all the vials and stuff lined up behind him. So he steps off to the side, and it almost looks like almost like a filing cabinet. Little bitty boxes you slide out. If anybody's ever been, granted, the library is not where everybody goes anymore. They usually look it up on their phone. But when you're looking up books on the Dewey Decimal System, and you pull that little drawer out and look for the book and where it's located at.
Yep.
Well, that's what this looks like. It's just a shelf. He pulls it out and he starts thumbing through little box, dividers inside. How much fur are you looking for?
Well, how much you willing to sell to not? I don't want to take you away from your stuff, but how much you willing to sell? Because I need some bootmen and some spiders as well. If you got any of that.
All right, and he continues to look around. What's the problem, Pee Wee?
I said it's not working because for some reason it stopped going through to roll 20, but I rolled a 19.
All right, you're other than your little coughing fit, you seem to be fine. For now.
Basically, I'm just restocking my
All right, so
components.
any
so-
components that you're required that you're needing, he's able to take care of. So we'll hash it out. Say 2 gold to replace all of it.
Oh, okay. Is that it?
I mean, I don't know how much you had to replace, but I figured 2 gold is a decent price. What is the
Okay.
The player's handbook actually has a price listing for magic components, but I don't know what you've used up and what exactly you needed. 2 gold sounds good enough.
Okay.
All right. So, is there any other business I can do with you today?
No, that's all I needed. Thank you. Unless you have someone who's recently departed back there, but I doubt that.
No. No.
It's a little joke. It's just a little joke.
You know how some spells you need the blood from someone that just died. It's
Yeah, I don't actually work with those kind of spells. I think it's more of a necromantic kind of deal, and some of that's kind of frowned on in the town, especially for vendors. So, sorry. Yeah, no blood of the virgin or any of that. You'll have to
The
make
blood of a.
Man, we get a little excited when you heard about that.
well, did Rock find one last night?
Nope.
No comment.
There you go.
All right. So, does anybody else have anything else they want to do in here while we're still here?
I
What's your
just
name?
need-
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not tell you what my name was. My name is. Where am I? Oh, here I am. Oloror Songstee.
How's that spelled?
Oloroar.
All right.
Songstee. Songstee.
I have a question.
Yes.
How many times? Not to Oliver.
Oh, okay.
Oliver to Dan. How many times do I have to use the alchemist kit before I'm proficient in it?
That's going to take a lot of downtime days. I'm going to say probably about 120 downtime days. So
Yeah,
if we have any
it's not really
downtime,
using
kind of
it.
keep an eye on that, and we'll say you're practicing with it.
So I can't speed that up by tinkering with it.
No, not. You actually have to have some study time to go to like a library and research it.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't
Now,
know if I could just like
unless you,
buy some crap and try it.
well, I mean,
There's a feat you can
you
take.
can't. Is there?
Yeah,
There's a
some
feat that you can
feats.
take that gives you proficiency in one toolkit.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember which one it is, but it gives you a toolkit.
I mean, if you want
Yeah.
to just buy stuff and start fiddling with it, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
that's what I was thinking.
Where's that random magic, wild magic chart
Oh
at?
no!
He looks way too excited about this for it to be a positive thing for your character to
So-
do.
Because the only one I have that I'm proficient in is the healer's kit, but I have a jeweler's kit, a tinker's kit, and an alchemist kit that I'm not proficient
So,
in.
yeah, if you want to buy some material to try to alchemy it up,
Yeah.
you're more than welcome to.
Okay. And how much would I have to buy?
Well, how much do you want?
How much would it take to alchemy it
Well,
up?
I mean, it just all depends on what you're. I mean, how much you want to carry around. Oh, pardon me. How much you want to
You
carry
want to
around?
do a little bit of alchemy
lot?
or a lot?
20 pounds worth?
All right, 5 gold.
Okie doke, done.
And he gives you about 20 pounds worth of starting stuff. Now, are you proficient in this?
Not yet.
Oh my.
Miles.
Should we keep a wide berth?
Smirk.
Do you have a healer with your group?
I am the healer.
Oh my.
I heal as well, and so does Surge.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'm not the only healer.
Most of
rock.
us.
I mean, I can heal myself if I burn myself a little bit, but
Well,
I mean, I could cut your hand off and bring it back, just not
I
today.
wish you luck. And
So,
is there anything else I can do for anyone else?
Are magic mushrooms legal in this world?
Magic mushrooms legal.
I'm asking you as a
Oh.
DM.
Are magic oh, you talking about for like drugs wise?
Yeah.
Well, they've not been used as a drug. They're more used for components. So as of right now, if you wish to buy some, you're more than welcome to.
Sure. How much do they cost, if he has any?
yeah. How much are the magic mushrooms?
How much are you wishing to purchase? I mean, this is a component after all.
Yes. How much? I mean, how much? Well, you mean I can't fry them up in butter and eat them then?
And you are okay. You certainly can if that's what you wish to do, but I wouldn't recommend it. I used to have an
Like what?
apprentice, and I don't think the butter part was involved, but he did fry some up with a steak. Did you see?
Yeah,
Did you
'cause-
see a dog running around out in the streets earlier?
A dog? No.
Oh,
We didn't see one as we came up.
well, if you do, that was my apprentice. He's a scruffy little fella, and yeah, and that's from eating those
Let me-
mushrooms.
Let me get 10 of them.
That'll be 1 gold.
Okay, done.
How much does he have?
Oh, no.
Depending on how much he has, I may buy his entire stock.
Well, if you wish to buy my entire stock, we'll say you bought 10 for 1. So he's got 30 more mushrooms.
Okay, so that's going to be 3 gold.
Yes. And
All right.
I am.
Popular?
Can you do me a favor, right quick? The two of you that are buying these mushrooms.
Sure.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he pulls out a piece of paper and a quill and starts writing something down. Can you?
I have no idea where I
He
got
turns
these.
it around. Can you please just sign here at the bottom of the page?
Disclaimer.
I don't sign my name to anything.
Well, I mean,
I
you're
will pull out
purchasing
my
it, and
quill.
I need you to sign this.
Liability.
I can't read it.
It states, I am not liable for anything that happens to you or any of your companions who consume these mushrooms. It's kind of a legal thing. The god insists on me doing so since what happened to my apprentice.
Does he also have any peyote?
Guys, what are we doing tonight?
Any heroin? Any cocaine?
No. I'm just looking for
Wacky weed?
certain drugs.
Yeah.
Does he have
So-
any peyote?
Rock is still subject to the UCMJ.
Oh, okay. So yeah, let me find my item. Yeah, I will read over it very thoroughly.
And it's pretty much that's what it states, is that whatever you do with these mushrooms, he is not held legally liable for.
And
Sir, What
And
do
you
you
have
think?
been warned.
I will cast guidance on myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I will sign with my quill.
Oh, look at this. He's got cheap stuff.
So yeah, it's basically forging to make it look like his handwriting. So that is it just a make a dexterity deception check?
Yes.
So I am not proficient with deception, but I will make a dexterity check.
And you're guided.
Yep. If I can get it to roll through. There it is. Oh, I might not. Nope, I don't make it. But yeah, I signed with my quill.
Okay.
It doesn't look like his.
Nope.
I'll put an X on the paper.
Or else it would, if I read that right, it'd be exactly like his handwriting.
If you had passed it, it would be indistinguishable from his others.
Yep.
All right, very good. So I am covered, and he rolls that up. It disappears in his hands.
Yeah, no, I got 30 magic mushrooms. Perfect.
All right. Oh, I do still have healing potions left, and I would strongly recommend you buy those now.
Why?
Oh crap!
These are going to come back later.
Guys,
How
I know
many
I'm not
do you
there,
need?
but my ethereal form would tell you. Please buy
That's
them.
right. 2 of you are not there.
How many do you have
I
left?
have 2 great superior and 2 regular.
And total for the bunch?
Let's see. That'll be
$1,100.
yes, $3,100. $3,100. 3,100 gold. I don't know what this dollar thing is. This fellow friend of yours is talking about.
Okay.
Do you really want to pay for him when, you know, me, you, Rock, Corporal?
That's true. I mean, we do have a bunch of healers.
And then I'll reach in my bag and not facing the guy that can see us. Like I'll be like he'll be on my right and I'll be on my left and I'll pull out one of those syringes we have
Mhm.
Guys, do you
that
know
we have 12 of,
the part where,
Oh,
like,
and then I'll put it away.
the video game
that's right.
where like you
Along-
meet a traveling merchant right before a big boss fight and you don't buy anything and then later you're like, oh crap, I should have bought that thing.
Yeah, we don't want
I
to be
feel
like
like
that.
that's kind of what Dan just said.
What are the smaller ones? Just curious.
2d4 plus
Just regular
2.
healing.
So those would
Yeah.
be, what are they? 100 total? They're 50 apiece, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, give me the 2 little ones.
All right. That'll be 100 gold.
We got 2 big ones and 2 little ones.
yeah. And we got 12 of the syringes from the
Yeah,
cave.
the fringes I think do plenty. Yeah, and Rock's already got 4 of the basic healings, the greater healing, and 1 superior.
And I
Okay.
have 2 standard healing potions, the 2d4s. And then, yeah, I literally have heal. So if someone's really getting the shit kicked out of them and I need to use it, I can cast heal. I have mass cure wounds.
Yeah, I mean now I've got 4 healing potions plus my lay on of hands plus the syringes. So
And even if we show up a little late, Rock can tell you to walk it off.
Yeah.
Yep.
We've got enough diamond dust to do that twice.
You have diamonds, but you have enough diamond dust for greater restoration twice.
2, yeah, and then I got 4 diamonds for revivify.
And I
Yeah,
just
it's
bought
been
2 more diamonds and some pearls.
Does this guy have diamonds?
Well, he said I had everything, so I went ahead and gave him the 1,000.
We're in an
yeah, does
alchemy
he have
shop.
diamond dust?
And don't have the pearls or diamonds.
Okay.
Sorry. When you was talking
Okay.
about your components, I was referring to the other things.
Do you have
Okay.
diamond dust? That's the thing.
weird little treasure place. Maybe that'll happen.
Okay.
There may be a
I'll-
jeweler around as well.
I'll put the 1,000 back.
But yeah,
You'll
no,
probably
if someone here
Was he-
dies,
Rock's out there, he's going, you guys buy all the blinker fluid and radio oil you're going to need.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I guess
And-
we're
And
good
everybody
on-
knows now we have healing potions on us. So I mean, if something happens and one of us goes down, just get our healing potions off of us and use them.
Or I'll use healing light. Let's go
Everybody
down
does
to
it
the pit
now.
finder now.
yep, healing light, healing word, cure wounds, mass cure wounds, heal.
Yeah, I
healing
mean
spirit.
we have tons of spells and tons of potions. So
If
Pretty
I have the
much
spell
everyone can
prepared,
heal except the
regenerate.
2 halflings.
And
the 2
revivify.
halflings don't need to know what we're doing. It's fine.
But yeah, no, if shit really hits the fan and I
Are you
literally don't have
sensing some
anything
judging
left
of my small stature?
and I need to heal, I can cast regenerate because even though you're not missing a limb, it still heals you a lot.
If any of you
Yeah.
go down, I'm just gonna jam a syringe into your heart.
Okay.
I did that once.
So the
Oh wait,
pit
that's
finder.
right. I have adrenaline too. I have adrenaline rush too.
What was that condensed coffee stuff, basically?
It's basically an energy drink.
Oh, the Red Bull.
It's just kind of an energy
Yeah,
drink. It'll allow you to remove 1 point of exhaustion from being up all night for whatever reason.
Okay.
His haste.
How much do those cost, and how much does he have?
I have 4, and I'm selling
Well,
all
those
4
4
for 1 gold. It's something new I'm trying. I don't know. There's no magical property to it. It's just, you know. So.
Do you have it in a patch form?
Patch? What?
What were you saying, Rock?
Yeah, that's a good deal. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
come
pretty sure
on.
they come in the
No
little,
one, no one's seen the coffee patch.
Yes, I've.
four set.
Each patch is equivalent to 12 cups of
And
coffee.
somebody get their whole arm covered in them.
Yeah, so I guess I'll take those for a gold, the 4. It just removes the level of exhaustion and keeps you wired.
But if you keep doing it, you take a crap.
Yep, you drink too many of them. If you drink,
And if you do that crap
let's
on a
say,
shingle,
if you drink all 4 of the ones I
Yeah.
just sold you in one day, it'll cause you to, like I said, pretty much soil yourself, and you'll gain 2 points of exhaustion once that's done.
Okay. Yeah, no. That just sounds really useful if it removes a point of exhaustion. So I'll take those.
Points of exhaustion for going too far. That's a hell of a dump.
Yeah, I mean, if you need to take all 4 in a day, you've already fucked up.
I mean, at that point,
Yeah.
it's like dehydration.
Is
Really.
this like the original colon cleanse or something?
So
Hey, we have a lot of other shops to get to, so
Yep.
are we good here?
I believe so.
Rock, you guys?
So as you guys make your way towards whatever to leave the shop, the 2 that are missing, what are you doing?
Well, I'm not letting him have any of
So I
my.
finished my breakfast a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go out and start walking towards the areas of town that seem to be better for our line of work. And while walking the streets, I'm keeping my eyes open and looking for individuals who are plying the trade, maybe pickpockets or
All right,
purses.
and
And any beggars that I see, I'm going to drop in a couple of copper and give a thieves' cant word or two.
all right. So you have a passive of.
I have a passive of 21, I think.
All right.
Yeah, mine's only 16.
My passive perception's a 23.
Okay, so you're just looking for somebody that's playing the trade. You're not actually speaking.
I'm walking around seeing if there's anyone who is trying to lighten people's purses. And I'll also, the beggars, I'll do the other beggars and make the thieves sign to see if any of them recognize it, kind of thing.
Okay, give me just a second.
But I don't carry coppers, unfortunately.
Important to have just enough. I don't want everybody to be receiving gold and platinum.
I'll give them some silver.
You look
I got
at
some
me.
change from breakfast.
All right, I'm trying to.
And I mean, while I'm walking around as well, I'm looking to see if there's any overlords on the streets. The people from the guild that are watching over to make sure that no one's being too active in any
Let's see if
location.
this works. Nope, doesn't work. All right. Ooh, and your passive is a what?
That's 23.
Damn. Okay.
That was a good roll for
It,
whoever's
it
trying
was
to pick pockets
definitely a very good roll. You thought you saw something, but when you look again, you're like, no, I think I was wrong. And with your thieves' cant deal so you drop how many coppers in a cup?
Like 5. Enough to make a noise when it drops, so it would show other people to donate, but not enough that they're going to be like, why are you
She
giving me?
throws the coppers in, so the rest bounce out.
So, and you do your thieves' cant thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was very generous of you there, lass. What is it you're looking for?
Looking to establish a point of contact. We don't want to step on any toes.
Ah, so you're new to the city. Are you looking for work, or are you looking for a job, or
Let's
just
call
making
it
sure you
acquisitions.
kind of shakes his old head and looks around? And you see there's a couple other beggars and a few people moving around. So, slides everything inside his cloak, rolls his blanket up, says, "Follow me. I will take you to somebody you can talk with."
Insight check for.
Go ahead. Yeah, there's definitely something off, but you're garnering that they're not holding any ill will towards you, but there is something off about all of it. You don't think that they're luring you into a trap. And they honestly seem that they're taking you to meet somebody, but there's still something that's, what's the word I'm looking for? Niggling at the side of your mind, just there's something off.
Right. I look at ducks and I go, I'm inclined to follow, but I would keep an eye out, yes?
So, are you...
I show her the back of my hand and go, I'm armed.
Oh.
I would flash a dagger, but that's worthless to me.
Yeah.
So, he starts walking towards the alley, kind of slowly and cautiously.
Do we notice any of the beggars you pointed out before following as well?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. It's a 23.
Well, you notice several of them look your direction, including a few that people that are mingling in the crowd when this fella gets up and starts walking away. But as far as following you, no, you don't see any of them that actually following you.
Right. In Cant, I will also say, I do hope you're being forthcoming. If something is amiss, I'd like to know before we get there.
Oh, well, that all depends upon you, my dear. And he continues to walk and move towards the alleyway, where it's definitely a darker spot to go to. Is your young friend joining us, or is it just you?
Oh, I've been walking with them.
Yeah, we're probably staggered a little bit, I would think.
Okay, so after you get in the alleyway, he stops. And as he stops, he pretty much stands straight up, puts his arms out. I do so hate this disguise, and pulls off the blanket, pulls something off of the face, and you're now staring at a young elven woman.
Well, you might not like it, but it gets the job done then, doesn't
Yes, it does. So you wish to speak with the guild leader?
We like to make an introduction, yes?
It's always nice for people to be considerate when they're in somebody else's lands, to not step on toes, or, we appreciate
Protocols are
that.
important.
Protocol's very important, especially here with all that's going on. Do follow me. We're not going very far, and your young friend back there can sheathe his claws. It'll be okay.
Right, sheath, but always close at hand. I hope you understand.
If you would have said anything otherwise, I would have had you shanked right now. As she
I know.
smiles at you. And
So you say,
And,
with everything going on here, you're referring to the children?
well, yes, several of them are our best workers. But I will leave that up to our leader to discuss with you. Like I said, do follow me. And she turns as if she's not paying you any attention whatsoever and starts sauntering down the alleyway.
Right then.
And
Off it-
about halfway down the alleyway, she kind of glances, leans over, and puts her hand on what looks like a cobblestone wall, and it depresses in. The part of the cobblestone wall slides away, and there's stairs that lead down. Now you expect, as you're moving down here, big city, going down, you're going into like a sewer system. But you're not getting that smell of, feces or urine or nothing like that. As you step down the stairwell, you are in a smooth hallway that has slits on either side. Now, with your passive perception as high as it is, there are individuals on the other side of those slits.
Murder
Yes.
holes.
And
Right.
after a few moments, a few left turns, right turns, another right turn, a few more left turns. Nobody's got a keen mind here, right?
Oh, I'm checking that now, actually. I do not.
And you're certain you've passed a hallway or two that you've already been down before. And then you make it to these very lavishly decorated double doors. She opens them up, and sitting in front of you, about 20-25 feet from the door, is a rather antique looking chair, and draped across it. Let's see. Let's give you her actual description and name, shall we? All right. Hold on. I'm clicking the wrong things here. Alright, it's a woman wearing a gray coat over what looks like a black low-cut shirt, a wide rim hat on her head, sporting, you don't need to know what that is. It looks like she's got some sort of pouches on her belt. Let's see, the wide rim hat covers moderately length chestnut hair, and that makes no sense. But she has a tattoo down one side of her face.
What race does she look like?
From this angle, well, I mean, you can't tell with the way she appears whether she's human or elven because the dark hair is covering up. Most of her features look human, not quite as angular as elven. And she's sitting in the chair sideways, and you can see, chests on either side of her. She's got a nice gem-encrusted goblet sitting on a table right next to her. Braziers burning behind her, and on either side of her, it's like carpet laid out with pillows, and you see several other individuals, all well armed. A couple of them are sitting back, and they've got this tube in their mouth, and
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Is it banana flavored?
I don't know. Do you
think it
walk
might be
over and
opium
try it?
flavored.
I smell it.
You catch different smells, as if each.
In this call, there'd be pumpkin
Yeah,
spice.
yeah. It's October. It's got its pumpkins.
I go basic halfling with that. No.
But yeah, you get like a weird, almost toxic smell from one side and more of a sweeter smell from the other. So each one seems to be maybe something different in them, depending upon the mood of whoever's using them.
Right.
Oh, dear. You brought me guests. Whatever can I do for you, wee people?
Oh, well, hello.
And we'll start the conversation with her when we get back from our break. Because it is after 9 o'clock. I don't know if you have anything you need to do. I definitely need to use the restroom. And probably finished eating my dinner off camera. So, ladies and gentlemen, stick with us. We'll be back for the introduction to the two little halflings and, of course, the Queen of the Guild. And of course I can't count. Alright, we're back. We left off with Belfie and Dux confronting. She just
Introducing
dies.
herself.
She does.
Confronting is a very strong
Yeah,
word.
she introduced herself as the queen of the Thieves Guild, I believe, or at least seemed that way. I think I might have said that. Anyway, she's sitting there. So, whatever brings you to my city?
Well, first off, we'd like to make our proper introductions, you know. Protocol, not stepping on any feet and all that.
Well, that would be very advantageous of you.
And we had a few questions in regards to
Children.
children, as well as a few other things. But
Yes, and what was that name again? Your name.
I didn't give the name.
Precisely, but you did say you were going to introduce yourself.
No, I did. Hold on one second. Do I have a different name? Yeah. You can call me Belle.
Belle. And your young furry friend over there.
I'm in halfling form. I'm not in bear form.
Or your other friend, then. Your name, sir?
Yourself?
Oh, it's nice to meet you, man. Heavy ducks.
Dux and Belle. Then you can call me Giss.
Yes.
Hello, Giss.
Well, if we're only,
Pleasure
if
to
we're
make
only
you
giving the
acquainted.
first few letters of our actual names, then I will give you mine. Giss.
Oh, you'd like my whole name? It's kind of a mouthful. If you like it, I can give it to you.
What can I do for you?
Like I said, we did have some questions in regards to the missing children. Any information that you may have that those above who feel like they are in charge might not.
Yes, I heard from an associate of mine that a group of people were in town asking about the children. I believe you have a strange gentleman, a human with you that likes to visit adult establishments that was asking questions.
No.
He's an odd one, he is.
I don't know, the girl he was with didn't seem to have any issues with him.
I wouldn't suspect that she would.
So, why don't you tell me exactly why you're here asking about missing children in my city?
They've gone missing, obviously. We hear
Obviously.
that it's never a good thing for the children to be missing. Never.
Well,
No good can
You see-
happen from it.
we heard tell that the kids they've gone missing because there's an evil presence that's been stealing them away, and that's why I'm here, trying to stop that presence and trying to get it off the land.
An evil presence. What do you consult as being an evil presence there?
That is.
Okay, hold on. Did you say lich?
I did. We've been following it all across the country, and this is where it's supposed to be.
I've had no notion or information of any lich in this area.
I'd like to bring up the fact that we have found darts that seem to put the children to sleep.
I'll pull out the tranquilizer dart that I found.
Have you seen these? I know where we could find out where they were made.
As she does that, the one of the gentlemen seemed to be not really all there, had his head kind of cocked back sideways with the tube in his mouth. Snaps up, walks over, puts his hand out.
I'll give it to him.
And you can tell by looking at him, he is stone cold sober.
I'd expect nothing less.
Pixie.
What good would an ambush be if everybody was a little
He
wasted?
carries it up to her and she looks at it. And you found this where exactly?
I had seen it in one of the abductions. And I don't. Was the dart expended, or was this one? Does this one still have the trank in it?
This one looks like it still had something in it because
That's
it
what I
wasn't
thought. Okay,
actually.
I wanted to make
You
sure.
found it under the bed, like it had
Yeah.
fallen.
Like it had fallen out of their satchel or whatever. Okay.
We're assuming that this is how they're getting the children away quietly. We don't know how they get in yet, but as you know, there are means to get into a place without being noticed.
As she's listening to you with one ear, she looks at the guy who brought her the dart. He nods at her, and she sticks him in the arm with it.
Sticks him in the arm with it.
Yeah.
You know,
And after a second or two, he drops to the ground.
What a nice guy.
Like I said,
Yes, that is quite disturbing.
now imagine that. Enough to knock out your man there on a child.
Well, from the make of the dart, it is meant to knock anybody out, whether it be a man, warrior, or a child.
Yes, my point is, while I'm all for redistributing wealth, we'll call it, stealing a person is something altogether different.
They only do that over in Barrymore. We don't deal with slavery here.
Are we quite sure they're being slaves here?
Well, when you...
You have enough children disappearing, from what we're told.
Yes, there are several children disappearing, but nobody deals with the buying and selling of... Nobody...
I don't buy a single either.
Nobody here deals with the buying or selling of sentient creatures. It's despicable. They only do that on the other side of the mountain. Now, of course, being children, that's even more despicable. And yes, we've noticed the disappearance. Several of our rank come from the streets and are children. But I'm still trying to determine what or why I should converse with you about this matter.
Because you know we're going to be better at solving the problem than those with the badges or given ranks up there. We're willing to do things that others aren't going to be willing to do.
well, and also, like I said, we've been chasing this
Yes, Famita
entity
Hawklight
across
is
the country.
a very commendable guard captain, but as far as a detective is concerned, not so well.
Like I said, we've been chasing this entity across the country, across the world, really. And they stole at least 3 or 4 of the children from an island that we came from a while back.
Well, I think at our last count we're missing 20 children from the town.
Yeah. So
You
they
know,
took the
what
4
have you
from that
been able
island
to
and the
stop
20
it?
from you, but they've been taking them from all across the land. So that's why we're trying to trace the origin of where they're going.
Have you noticed any drow come through on your side of things?
What makes you think drow?
It's something that was an idea that was floated around between members of the others we travel with, who by and by do not know about you or where you are here now.
Now, are you guys holding anything back?
I'm not.
I haven't up to this point.
Alright, so with a 22 insight check,
I'm being honest.
Yeah, I'm not rolling any deceit on that.
okay. You seem upfront with your intent.
It is our first day, real day here, and we sorted you out first.
And you said drow.
Well, when I was at the scene where we found this dart, there was a very definite smell of mushrooms in the air. Almost like someone had traveled from an area that was deep and dank.
She starts drumming her fingers on the armrest, and she is, by this time, when you start mentioning drow, she has now turned to where she's sitting straight up and starts drumming her fingers.
Yeah.
Like she's debating whether or not to tell us something.
She reaches in her pouch and she pulls out this blue-looking stone.
Is it a blue sphere that glows on the inside, or a blue cube that glows on the inside?
No, it's not the Tesseract. She whispers into it something, and then she waits.
And then the little Langle comes up and says, "Not now."
After a moment or two, she puts it away. Well, that is quite disturbing. To answer your question, yes, I know what drow are. One of our benefactors is drow, which I will leave him nameless. But he is also very concerned about the issue and has told me to give you free rein to investigate.
Right.
Because I believe the exact words he said were, if any more of them stinking individuals were going to operate in his city, it'll be the last city they operate in. But I'm sure you understand I took liberties. He's a little more flamboyant with his words than I am.
I would expect
A
nothing
little
less.
harsher, too.
Is there... It would benefit him and you as well, obviously, if we were able to stop this abduction, not just from a business perspective, but from keeping the rest of the people around here from looking at you as the culprits.
Let's see. Give me a persuasion to persuade some more information from her. Than you
I
can
will
tell.
assist
Your
her on that.
what was your passive insight?
18.
With your passive insight, there is some information you can tell she's holding back with from telling you something.
Why don't I assist you then? Because you haven't spoken as much, so it might
Well,
be...
she wants you to persuade. My charisma's not very high.
Okay, got it.
So I'll assist you. So that means you roll with advantage.
Yep, that's a good thing. That's not so great. I gave you the option, man. I
You
did.
were saying?
I want to help.
See, I didn't do much better.
It is what it is. Is there any way that we could perhaps earn your trust a little bit more?
Are you wishing to do a job?
If there was one available that would
I always
not
need to
be in
practice.
conflict,
You know what they say? When you don't practice, your hands get stiff, movements get short.
I'll be honest, I don't know how long the rest of our group is planning on staying. However, I would put my money where my mouth is, so to speak, in regards to showing you that we are on the up and up and can be trusted.
Very well. Now, my sources tell me you're staying at the Brown Plaster Inn.
Yes.
Someone will approach you around 9 bells with the job. Perform the job without getting caught, killed, or even noticed. And we will consider that a start.
There is a good place to start. Now, I assume that your fencing around here is not opposed to receiving some coin to lifting some items. I'm looking for something in particular that was stolen from me a long time ago, and it could very well have made its way here.
What would that be?
It's a small ring. It's plain banded. It has the name Twin Blade engraved in it with a family sigil.
She starts to laugh.
Why do you laugh?
You honestly want me to believe that you're a twin blade?
Can I roll insight on
Go
her?
for it.
I want to see if she's like really knows the name or if she's just like pulling my chain here.
She is honestly laughing and honestly believes that what she's saying. She honestly believes that you're pulling her leg about being a twin blade. Almost like you name drop something out there that everybody's supposed to know in this world. How to put it?
I know Kanye West.
Something like that. Or I'm a flare. Or, something along those
Okay.
lines.
Why do you say it like that? What's not to believe?
That just a random twin blade would walk into my establishment?
There are more here.
More? Where have you been?
Yes,
Are you under a rock?
In not so many words.
You
Well, that's what we
dropped the
found it.
name Twinblade, and you don't even know the significance of it.
All I know is that that ring was supposed to be mine by rights of birth. Before I was taken. And I leave it at that. And if you know as much about the Twin Blades as you claim to, you'll know what I'm referencing.
I go grab a hookah pipe, sit next to someone.
Which side?
Yeah,
The
sweet
side.
side.
or the
sweet
rancid
side. Okay. It's got a berry flavor to it.
Nice.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Now, are you
Does it have a
hoping to
vision?
fail or pass?
Not regular pipeweed.
Well, it's regular to some.
You're good. A little buzzy,
Always
but
save
it's good.
things.
She seems to dwell over what to say and what not
Are
to.
you saying that there's somebody who rightfully is wearing that ring now?
Oh no, I have no idea about your ring. I'm sorry. It's the name you used.
Have you met a twin blade before?
Several, my dear. Several twin blades.
I don't even try and hide the shock on my face because I thought they were all killed.
Oh my.
What? Where can one find? Where can one
So I
find?
mentally,
Twin blades
I mentally
don't.
pass an image.
You don't find twin blades. They find you, dear.
I mentally pass an image of her as a popsicle in the case that we found her in to the guild master.
And I'm still wearing the armor, so it would match.
You try to,
Oh, she's got mental.
but
voice.
you notice that I don't know how your connection works, but you notice there's no connection.
Okay.
She looks your
So I
she
reach
looks
out
your
and I find
direction and
nothing?
she goes, "Don't try that again, please."
no.
These ring of minefields are everywhere.
Right.
That
Look,
guy that Maya likes to talk to apparently got one too.
have you ever heard the name Belfi passed down?
Only in legend.
Right. Well, here's the thing, love. In legend, this Belfi was abducted on her name day while watching the majority of her family and those in her town being murdered in front of her while receiving a ring. Now, theoretically speaking, that same person could have been put in a sleep, a stasis, if you will, and theoretically that person could be awake now and staring at you, demanding to know where the rest of her family is.
Persuade.
That's not great.
Well, you're trying to tell me you are the Belfi of legend.
I don't think I had quite enough time to build up a legendary name, but if you're talking about the Belfi that was abducted, then yes, that was me.
The story goes that Belfi Twinblade was taken from her home centuries ago, and that her family mounted a
Man,
they banded together in search for her. And in the process of trying to find her and her abductors, came upon a new world, as it were, which I don't know how much of that is tall tale. You know how legends go.
If it means they left Faerun, then it's not a tall tale.
Don't know what this Faerun is. But according to the stories that are passed down through the Twinblade families and what little bit they let others know about, they came here looking for this Belfi, and have been doing so for the last 1,000+ years.
I believe the number's 1300 that you're looking for, love.
Well, of course, after a few 100 years, I guess they quit looking or are still looking and didn't make it quite as obvious. But yes, they were the first to create the Thieves Guild.
I have one single tear that escapes my eye.
Some went for the thievery route, others went towards the assassination route. I don't know which faction was which, but they were the basis for those particular
Right, well-
guilds. I can't recall where they first originated from. I think those keeper fools tend to keep track of things like that. Oh, and if you ever run into a keeper, best hide your good stuff. For some odd
Right,
reason,
I
they
will
able
let
to
them know.
see things. I don't know.
Are all these keepers aware of the same information?
No, keepers have information, and they're like Scrooges. They tend to hoard some of the information they have. They don't share it with common folk, not too often.
That's
But
good
I
to know,
do
isn't it?
hear they have a keep somewhere that they store.
Keeper's Keep?
Well, no, they're called the Keepers of Nia. The story is they have some weird vision that they can see Nia on objects and people. If you ask me, I believe it's all poppycock. But either way, some people believe different things. But there is, they do collect information and stories, and they keep it housed at the keep. This place called Nirnfala, it's located is a large island located between the continents. Now, my benefactor, who might actually know some of the Twin Blades personally, but
The drow you spoke to.
I never
the
mentioned
cities.
speaking to a drow. I just said that he didn't like drow operating in his city.
I believe you said your benefactor was a
I did.
drow.
Actually, I did. The DM just fucking forgot.
Yeah,
It's like,
drow. Talk to him. You said your benefactor. Yeah.
The DM thought he played it 2 kg and didn't realize he didn't
You
play
were testing my note-taking skills.
Sure. we'll say that. But yes, my benefactor has business dealings with Twin Blades, I believe, on a regular basis. His network travels throughout the world, and so do the Twin Blades. They cross paths.
So let's do this then, if you're amenable. I would like to see what you have for sale. I know that my companion as well was interested in taking a look at what you had that we might be able to get off your hands and move out of your way here. I would also like to move forward with this job, prove myself to you.
Prove that you're
And
a true Twin Blade, that is.
that no matter what my name is, that you can trust me.
Well, it's a paltry job if you're who you say you are.
Well, good. Then it won't take much time.
Very good. And as far as purchase is concerned, how about we wait until after the job is complete? If you know what I mean.
Right. If we wait until after the job is complete, I expect Thief Guild prices.
Well, you're a Twin Blade. Once the job's complete, and you've proven that to us, let's just say you already have that discount.
Right. I look over at you, Ducks, and go, very well. Are you ready then? Or do you have anything else you'd like to add?
You're muted if you were trying to talk.
Huh? Yeah.
Right.
You...
Can your woman here show us back the way out? It's a courtesy not to try to learn all your ins and outs on the first.
She waves her hand, of course, and out of the shadows steps the elven woman you dealt with earlier.
Right, and this time on the way out, I'd like to see if I can remember the way out.
I'll assist you.
Okay, so give me an intelligence check.
Right. Where is my button? Okay, 14. It's not horrible for a -1. Now, if it was survival, it would be a 16 and a 10.
Well, for the first half of the trick out, you think you've got it. You're like, yeah, we went this way, we went that way, we went this way. And then all of a sudden she turns a different route. And you're like, whoa. Don't.
Right.
And then,
well,
so you don't know for certain because your memory thought you were going one way, When she brings you back out, you only remember the first half out. You can't remember the second half out.
Fair enough.
She gets you back to the alleyway. The door closes behind you, and she puts on her disguise as the old man once more and starts wobbling her way back outside.
Thank you, love. Good luck.
I give her some space and time, let her get out first, so that way we're not seen in a group.
She grabs a hold of her, or his blanket, and marches his way out there. Sits back down. Well, you two youngins have a good day.
Right. Best luck to you for the day then.
I give her a ration as we walk away.
You bet.
Here, have this ration.
You look hungry? Here, have some food.
You're too kind.
I also keep my hand on my purse.
All right, so you guys, what are you two doing now before I go to the others?
I think we want to make our way towards like a potion or enchanter's shop, see if they have any magical items
Okay.
and potions.
So
Yeah, because you know the names of the places we were talking about going.
yes, you do.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm almost okay just seeing if we can catch up to the rest of the group.
all right, so all that takes a little
That way
while.
it's,
Your conversation with her.
Help your DM out.
So you guys are making your way towards the Bent Binder, correct?
If that's the next place closest.
Well, you saw it as you went into the route.
Mhm.
All right, so yeah, you see this. Obviously, it looks like the sign looks like a book, and it looks like it's been open, like an open book. But you're looking at the back of it, and it's right along the crease of the binder. It says the Bent Binder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're there.
Can we
I'll
try and
walk in.
step up behind them?
Knock as I go in.
They get to the Bent Binder while you guys are just talking to the woman.
All right.
As Rock approaches, he's like, "Oh, I hope they have comic books."
Sure, yeah. No idea what you're talking about. Just
I
yeah,
think they have an
totally.
Aquaman one.
Any
That
of
would
those
make
books
perfect
for
sense.
bards?
Excuse me, is there anything I can help you with?
Yeah, we were curious to your wares, what you sell, what you do.
Well, I mean, are you new to town?
Very. We just got in
Now
last
you're
night.
looking at what
We,
seems to be somewhat of an elderly elven male. I'm not going to give you a description of him because he's just straight back, wearing kind of a robe look, almost like like a librarian or a priest, I guess. So, is there something in particular you're looking for? We usually deal with selling spell scrolls and the such. Of course, we have other tomes that you can purchase that are of the non-magical variety. What would you care to peruse?
What kind of scrolls do you have?
Well, I mean, I have several different kinds of scrolls. Is there anything in particular you might have your eye on? I mean, I do have a book here with some in it. I suppose I could read off the names of the ones I currently have available for you, but I don't know if I'd let you look at it because I don't know what kind of memory you have. Without purchase, of course.
I don't
Right.
think any of us are very keen at that. So,
Well, I don't know that.
well, I don't think so. That someone could be, but I'm not sure.
Are there any particular
Um,
kinds of spells you're looking for? Or is that even why you're here?
Anyone?
Rock is always interested in spells. So yeah, he's like, yeah, I am definitely interested in some of the some of the kind of arcane spells that might be handy in combat.
Ooh, combat spells. Well, I have, well, let's see. We have Magic Missile, of course, but most people seem to have that. We have Mage Armor and Shield. There's Magic Weapon. Let's see. Continual Flame, Invisibility. Counterspell. That's a good one to have if you don't have that.
Counter spells handy. Yeah.
Of course, everybody loves Fireball spells. It's kind of messy, but whatever.
Yeah, I've seen that spell thrown about a couple of times.
Water breathing, is okay, but it's not really a combat spell. And I don't know why anybody casts that on themselves every day, but some people do. Let's see. We have also great.
Everyone gets
Hashtag
it.
called out.
We have greater invisibility, ice storm. Polymorph is real fun.
Wow.
If you've ever been in combat and you've turned the smallest character in your party into a T-Rex, that is loads of fun to watch. But my adventuring days,
You've done that?
my adventuring days are behind me. I think we also have Cone of Cold. Those are more of the combat type spells. We have several other kinds. Is there any of those that sounded amenable to you?
How much
How
would
long
that
does shield last?
cost?
All right, I heard two questions.
Rock, what'd you ask?
How much would that greater invisibility scroll cost?
Well, for greater
And-
invisibility, and that's to copy it down in a spell book, I suppose, or I can actually sell you a scroll for it. So it's 300 gold.
Sold.
And of course, I can get you a shield scroll, and that'll run you. Where is it? Oh, I lost
First
it.
level spell.
I can't find it. Where did it go? Damn these eyes of mine. There it is. I can sell you a scroll of shield for 25 gold.
How long
can't
does
use
the
it.
shield last?
Well, for my use in battle, of course, like I said, it's been a while since I've adventured. It's a reaction spell, and pretty much if somebody goes to hit you, you cast shield. Shield pops up, blocks blocks whatever attack they're doing at you, and then when your turn comes again, it's gone. It's just like a quick stop them from hitting you kind of thing. But yeah, it's a
And so is that similar to counterspell then, or
no. Counterspell actually stops the spell, and shield will stop. Actually,
I posted
yeah,
it in
there
chat
you go.
in Roll20. The only thing it counters is magic missile, basically.
Well, it's just magic missile. It doesn't say force damage. It says magic missile.
Mm-hmm. Like it'll automatically negate magic missile, but you gain +5 to your AC for that till the start of your next turn.
okay?
Yeah, it's not very good in scroll form because it's a reaction spell, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you'd have to be ready. You'd have to know the strike's coming and have the scroll pulled
Are
out.
you
Right when they
interested?
hit you, you beat it.
Is there anything you're interested in? No. Okay.
And the counterspell does what? Stops the spell
Well,
completely?
counterspell. If the spell is low enough, you can cast counterspell, and it will stop the spell from being cast. Mind you, though, if they're casting a higher level spell, it requires your arcane knowledge to react better, I guess is the best way to put it. Pretty much, if you use a counterspell against a spell's cast, if the spell counterspell is less than the spell level, which is what is a counterspell's a level.
I think counterspell's a third.
Three.
So if it's 3 or
any
less,
third level or lower, it counters it. But if you cast like a fourth level and you try to get countered, what's the thing there?
Is it
DC's
Arcana?
14.
DC's
It's-
14. Okay, so it's 10 plus the
yeah,
level.
plus the spell's level.
Yeah.
And it's not
So-
arcana. It's just you have to roll a d20 to see if you.
Oh, I see.
I just was using the arcana kind of descriptive to kind of role play it out for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Rock has nicknamed the spell "Knock It Off," but yeah, I just put it in the chat.
So, are there any of these scrolls that I can make for you fine folks this fine day? Sir, the book is to. Never mind.
Is there anything you have that will make you resist damage for longer than just one round?
What do you mean by resist damage?
Well, like mage armor or
Well, I mean,
Well, mage armor
Marksman
just
or
bumps your
well, I
AC
do
up.
have mage armor scroll that just gives you an AC of 13 plus your dexterity modifier. Granted, that was not roleplay; that was just me actually telling you the spell.
yeah, so that doesn't help
Yeah,
me.
I think a spell you're looking for is one that I can cast, but it doesn't stick around.
Shield of Faith might be good.
I don't have Shield of Faith in my list here. So other than
I
Mage
know.
Armor and Shield, I have nothing that will help you out in that particular frame. I am sorry, ma'am.
So yeah, like Investiture of Flame, Ice, Stone, and Wind. Fire and Ice, you are immune to that damage and resistant to the other, but its concentration it only lasts for 10 minutes.
Well, you said you had scrolls that were not spells.
Well, I mean, I have books everywhere. I mean, it's called the Bent Binder for crying out loud. Is there any particular tomes that you're looking for? Oh, and if you don't have your own spell book, granted, I can sell you some blank ones, pretty cheap.
None of us are wizards, so it really wouldn't help us much.
I was more curious coming across here. I heard that you might be the best place to come for enchanting.
Oh, enchanting. Yeah, I've been known to enchant items from time to time. Is there something in particular you're wanting me to have enchanted?
Yeah, I have a pair of armor I used to wear before I started wearing this one that we just got a little while back, and I was wondering if I could get the enchantment transferred from
Ooh,
my old pair to this pair.
enchantment transfer. I haven't done that in years. I'd have to have both items left here overnight for me to do so.
Yeah, I can do that.
And let's see. What was the other item I gave you?
What do you mean?
The armor you currently are wearing.
Yeah, so I'm wearing my Armor of Beasts, and when I got that armor enchanted, I think it was, I can't quite
I
remember
mean,
on
what's
the
the
price.
armor you have now?
The scale mail, the dragon scale mail. Because I'd be switching my hide armor beast to my scale mail.
And it was Armor of the Beast.
Yeah, it was the homebrew one that I talked to you about at the beginning.
Okay.
Corporal, if you're looking for more protection, probably swing by blacksmith and pick up some plate mail for you, and maybe come back and have this guy enchanted.
Oh, yeah. Well, could I get the armor I have enchanted?
What armor is that?
I think you're wearing chain,
It
like
hold on.
chainmail.
Is it
I think
have
gives
any
you a base of
enchantments on it
16.
already? If it has enchantments on it already, I cannot. It has to be either a freshly made item with no enchantments.
I have scale mail on.
I think you're wearing your chainmail that gives you the base 16.
Yeah.
What it is?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you had
it-
scale that was, I could
it's
think
not-
you were at 15 with it
Yeah,
though.
it's not enchanted or anything.
Well, plate would give you more protection than the chainmail.
Well, I guess I need to know then how much does an enchantment cost on that armor?
It would all depend upon the enchantment and the armor. I'll be honest with you. What enchantment are you looking for?
I don't know what's available actually.
Well, I mean, there's resistance enchantments. There's also increasing like a protection on the armor. Giving it a plus is what some of the native terms say use.
Let's see. I have some resistances already. So I'm resistant to force and fire, and I'm immune to magic missile and disease. So I don't know what else there is.
Tell you what. Leave me the armor you want enchanted, and I will see if I can find something that'll be amenable towards you. I mean, you say you're already resistant to most things as it is.
Well, yeah, force, magic, missile, disease, and fire. But if I'm gonna buy the plate mail, then I'll have to buy that first and then bring it
Well,
back.
you know that force magic missile is just one the shield thing, just like
What gives you resistance to force?
Um,
I think it's saying that the magic missile holds force damages in the building.
If you cast shield,
that's why I'm saying
Then-
it's not in the armor or something she has.
yeah.
I'm thinking it's on the brooch that I have.
You have a
Yeah,
Brooch
the
of
brooch
shielding?
protects you from magic missiles. I'm pretty sure.
and
Yeah.
force damage.
Yeah, that's the force
so
and
that's what I
the
said. I couldn't
magic
remember what it
missiles
was
from
from
the
you.
brooch of shielding. Yeah.
Yeah, that brooch of shielding.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that.
The fire one is because I'm a tiefling.
Yeah.
And the diseases also.
It's your
Disease is
paladin
your
stuff.
paladin.
Paladin, right? Disease is my paladin. Sorry. It's so many things. Yes.
All right.
But I would recommend the plate and maybe get AC bump.
Okay. Can you do a increase armor class on a plate mail?
You want a plus plate?
Sure.
I mean, you might be able to find that at the blacksmith, but if you can't, then get it enchanted, yeah. Depending on what's available there.
Yeah, well, considering they haven't enchanted anything in a while, I don't know what they have available.
So, like I said, you can leave yours, and I'll give you a price on that here in just a second.
Yeah, because I can't quite remember what the price was when I got it the first time, but I'm depending on the price, I'd be fine to get it, and I'm possibly contemplating also getting my shield possibly enchanted with something, but I'm not sure what.
Yeah, my shield's already enchanted, so I can't do that. So
Let's see.
that's why I'm kind of worried about the.
So, let's see. I don't know how much you have to spend.
I have some money.
No, I was talking to. Sorry, Kurt. So, Serge.
Yes.
I'll go with rare. Let's see. I can transfer the enchant for probably 6,000 gold.
6,000 gold. Okay. And that'll be left here overnight, and it'll be done in the morning, type of deal.
Yes. So you can come back in the morning and pick it up. But I need both suits of armor here with me. And
Well, I haven't bought the plate.
no,
mail
I'm
yet.
referring to the gentleman who's getting this
okay.
transferred.
Oh,
And
okay.
you may, if you're just looking to buy plate mail, might want to check with the blacksmith. He may actually have some that's already enchanted. He has somebody that he has enchant things for him. It's not me, but, whatever.
Okay, well, I'll see what he has. Just for my own record keeping, what would it cost to do an enchantment on plate mail for that?
That all depends on the enchantment. If it was plate mail armor and you wanted it, say, boosted a little bit, that would end up being around... I can make it better by 2 points. For around, say, 8,000 gold.
Plus 2 plate.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Now, of course, if you want it better than that, I can actually get it to a 3. But that'll cost you a little over 50,000 gold.
Lots.
Would you happen to know where I could pick up some maybe boots of Elvenkind like our Sarge here has?
Well, I mean, I am a bookstore and a spell store. I'm not really...
Yeah.
If you want something along those lines, you'll need to try to find the other stores. Ask the blacksmith, or what was that other place? Hidden Treasures
Hidden
sometimes
Treasures?
has little things like that. You could check with them. They may have something.
Okay.
How much is
Thank
a
you.
plat? How much is a plat worth?
10 gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so are you guys finished in the binder?
Yeah, I am.
Melina, do you had nothing you wanted to check on in the binder?
Be right back.
Okay.
right.
And yeah, yeah, I think I'm good. I don't think I really should.
All right, so as you guys exit the binder,
Contemplate
it's
anything else.
when Dux and Belfi actually see you, because you guys were in there for a good bit.
I'm wearing winter clothing and I have my shield.
Right.
So-
Did you lose something?
It looks a little less lumpy than usual.
Yeah, no, I'm getting my armor enchanted. Is it gonna take the enchantment off the one, or is it just gonna, make
You
two
asked
armors
him
enchanted?
to transfer it, so that's what he's doing.
Okay, cool, perfect. So it'll go back to being what it used to be.
Yeah, the old armor will be back to what it used to be, and the new armor will have the beast enchantment on it.
Yeah, because that was what you priced it at. Perfect. And any other books in there? He didn't really have anything. He's got some books. If you're interested in taking a look at some books, he might have some historical stuff, or he's got scrolls.
Right. I would pop in there real quick and ask about any loose history books in the last 1,000 years in regards to people claiming to have come from different lands. History.
Different lands, you say? Yes, I
Right,
have
maybe-
all sorts of history books. Yeah, granted, none of them go. Well, what was the word I was about to use? Granted, none of them only go back. I think it's 800 something years ago. But we have some. What kind of history are you looking for, lass?
Maybe something that you would call unbelievable. Personal accounts of being transported from one plane to another.
Oh, that seems to happen a lot these days. Think these casters can do their plane shifts and such. There is a book of tall stories. I guess you could probably try that.
Yes. How much would that be?
It's a children's book, so 2 silvers.
Right. How about I take that off your hands for you?
Okay, more than welcome. Here you go.
I'll go ahead and add that into my stuff.
And it's entitled The Tall Tales of Alma.
The Tall Tales of, I'm sorry?
Alma, A-L-M-A.
Thank you.
That is the world that we are in.
Got it.
By the way, what's your name?
Who, me?
Yes. You're doing me a wonderful service. At least I can do is get your name as well.
It's Walter Mall, Mageblood. Mage's Blood.
Mage's
the
Blood.
S out. Of the Mage's Blood? Prominent elven family in the... No?
No.
Okay.
I grew up in the woods.
Oh, well, that explains a lot. No.
So yeah, when I hand him my hide, I scrape out some of the dried lavender. It's just like, you probably don't need that. Just to get, keep the smell down a little when you're in the middle of nowhere traveling a lot. Waltimo.
Yes. It's Waltumal.
Close.
I figured.
Perfect. Well, feel a little naked, but...
Well, you are wearing clothes, so why do you...
Yeah, I have my winter clothing
So
on.
what do you feel naked for?
It's been a while since I've been out of armor.
Now, perusing through the book just a little bit, Belfi, you see different artwork and pictures of, like there's a picture of some woman on a catfish or a giant fish, going down a river. There's a picture at one point in time of this little swirly little wall and people walking through it. Stories of abductions. Let's see. I Slept in the Feywild is a title of another small story. Oh, that's a very good question.
You could whisper that if you want.
No, I'll say it out loud.
Okay.
Kind of a golden color mixed with a little bit of dark blue.
Okay.
She, at times, depending upon the way she moves around you, she might smell like a sweet nectar or flowing water.
Okay. Sounds good.
That's Belfie,
Thanks, Belfie.
I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you're surrounded by two, or you got two, not surrounded. So, intent.
But that hasn't been brought up,
Nope,
so.
that hasn't.
I think I told her I was one.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Oh.
but it was kind of in passing. Like that first night, I kind of, was telling her about the world.
I was a little freaked out.
Yep.
Well, she knows. Maybe she's even more freaked out now.
Yeah, exactly.
Or moderately hopeful.
Okay, so I'm just going to say this. Granted, it takes us away from the game a little bit. But when I look in chat and I see Curtis type in, all I really need is a lock of hair from each, the only thing that comes to mind is that creepy fella from the first Charlie's Angels going, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? He's always got somebody's
Yes.
lock of hair that he's sniffing on. That's what comes to mind when you say that.
Yeah, no, they walk into the bookstore and she's talking to him, and I'm just sneaking up, get a pet of hair.
Oh. Right. If you could leave my
No.
braid alone.
I don't. No. I don't do that.
All right, so
Sure, you don't.
Surge might, I don't.
what Serge comes up behind Belfie and starts sniffing her hair. All right, so what are y'all doing now?
I'll walk out.
I
after
completely lost track of where I was. Next, I think if we're all done here, hit them.
Give you more of an idea about the book you've got. Think, how to put it? Think like untold stories or whatever, like a Believe It or Not type book.
Right.
You don't know how much of it is real and how much it isn't.
That's all right.
Aliens.
I mean, that's obviously real.
All right, so you're trying to find hidden treasures?
Or what store's next? Treasures or the blacksmith?
Yeah, whichever was going to come up next, basically.
Well, I mean, you can see both of them from where you're at as you walk down the street a little ways. The blacksmith is on one side of the street, and hidden treasures is on the other.
We want to hit the or the blacksmith first, and then go across.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
All right, what did I say the name of the blacksmith was?
Only one person is trying to.
We did not get one yet.
Probably didn't give it to you.
Dux, are you with us? Have
So
they come
everybody-
with us? I missed that.
Yeah, I'm still a little buzzed. so I'm just mellow.
The sign above it has got the whole, the hammer and anvil kind of look to it, and above it it says Glory Gems.
Glory gems.
Now, I believe I described it last week that it was kind of an open air kind of deal with a big round circled forge.
Mm-hmm.
And as you come walking up, you hear the telltale ting, ting. And what you see hammering on a piece of steel or a piece of metal is a rugged-looking female dwarf. About, 4 foot tall, blonde hair, done in braids down the back. She's got the big heavy leather apron on the front. You got the big leather gloves on, wearing pretty much let's see. I'm trying to figure the best way to describe it. I apologize. My mind's going blank for some reason. Brown boots, kind of a dark brown pants and almost like a tank top shirt up underneath the leather apron. You can see as she's swinging it, the beating the steel. You can see the sweat beading off her forehead. She does have a bit of a beard as well. You know, most female dwarves do. Well, not all of them do, but
Some.
I guess it all depends on the realm. I know in D&D, apparently they are Forgotten Realms. I guess they do. I tried.
I'll walk up and say good day to her, and
Hi, good day, lass. What can I do for you?
I am looking to buy some plate mail with
Plate mail.
increased armor class enchantments.
Also, you guys, with your passive perceptions, you notice the billows are blowing into the forge, but you also notice there's nobody over there pulling the chain.
Magic.
Cool.
But Surge and Dux do notice a little, I'd say, dark hair every now and then, kind of pop and back and forth like this on the other side.
Oh. So there might be someone on the other side.
So you're looking for the
something.
plate mail, and you want some sort of an enchantment on it?
Yes, please.
Well, Prunith! Stop with the billows and come here, lass. Okay. And little dark-haired starts walking around the side, and you notice it's a little gnome. Go see if we have any magically enchanted armor in there for the lass here. I can't leave this piece of metal sitting here to cool too quickly. I must finish this up. Okay, I will. And she runs inside. You hear clatter, bangs, as the dwarven woman's slamming the hammer down. You see her shake her head. A few minutes later, she comes out and she's dragging this.
And you're sure she can handle it? I mean, it's probably pretty heavy.
She just cocks an eyebrow at you and continues to hammer away. As the little gnome comes dragging this suit of armor out. I found one! So you're looking just to buy the enchanted, right? That one there, if I'm not mistaken, lass, it'll increase your durability by about 2. And I can sell it to you for 6.
6,000?
Yes.
Think in the bucket.
Okay, I'll take it.
+2 plate.
You got yourself some plus
Yep.
2 plate.
Woohoo!
There you go.
Now, as
nice
you
armor.
see this plate of armor, it's not your typical hammered out straight plate. It's got some filigree symbols on the chest piece. The shoulders kind of come up to a bit of a point. The helm itself, she looks at you and says, "I'll tell you what. If you leave the helm with me, I'll adjust it for your horns there."
Oh, I would very much appreciate that.
So just set it on the bench over there, and you can come back in the morning, or actually, you know what? You can come back this evening. Before the sun goes down, I should have it finished by then.
Fantastic, thank
Is there
you.
anything else I can do for the rest of you?
Would you know where I could pick up some elven boots?
Probably from an elf.
Boots of Elven.
You knock them out with your
Well, I
hammer,
did-
and you take their boots.
Well, I'm kind of a large guy.
No
and
shit. Didn't notice.
Tend to be a little loud, and my roommate complains when I go walking across the. So.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess I talk in my sleep, I guess.
Never understand why you'd want elven made shit.
Because if I need to be a little quieter when I'm out in the woods with the beast around.
Well, there's your first problem. You're out in the woods with beasts.
Well, that's where I make my money.
If your mind is set on elvish designs, then you might want to go across the street and deal with him over there.
Pointing at Hidden Treasures.
Yes, Hidden Treasures tends to have some of that elven shite.
Hey, Belfie,
Yes.
I noticed your dagger and whatnot, or rapier, is a little plain looking. Maybe she has something for you?
Yes, I'd like to also talk to her about some crossbow bolts that might have a little bit more of a punch.
Crossbow bolts? With more of a punch. What do you mean?
I have a hand crossbow,
Yes.
and the regular bolts work fine, but I would like maybe some bolts that might do a little bit more damage, say on someone or something that is well armored.
Well, I mean, are you wanting mundane or are you wanting magical?
If there's ever a choice, I would usually lean towards the magical. Or if there's perhaps just a crossbow that could make the bolts I already have a little bit punchier, that would work as well.
I don't have nothing like that here. Well, I mean, I have an assortment of crossbows and arrows and bolts and such. But I don't know if what you're looking for. Are you looking for a big crossbow or a light crossbow?
Well, being as I am quite small myself, I tend to lean towards hand crossbows.
Well, you know, size doesn't matter.
I would like a hand crossbow. Ideally.
Very good, lass. Okay. Go get the crossbows and some bolts there, lass. Okay. And she runs back inside, and you hear more shit hit the ground, and shakes her head some more. And she comes back out with a cart. You hear the squeaking wheels. And on the cart, there are 3 versions of a crossbow. Now, one looks like a heavy crossbow that looks like it fires bolts from the bottom as well as the top. There is a hand crossbow that's the actual description for you. Alright, no, that's not going to work. But I will show you somewhat of what it looks like. You got a hand crossbow, it looks kind of like that.
Alright.
And then there's another one's a little bit bigger. And the little gnome girl says this is what we call a militia crossbow. Now, out of all of them, she points out that the militia crossbow is the only one that has any magical properties. But she does state that, I got more here than I need. You see, lined up on the table next to him, there are 2 different kind of bolts.
Right.
Excuse me. Ouch. Dropping stuff.
Don't hurt yourself over it, Doc.
It's okay. I do it all the time. Looks like the arrowheads on these. There's the tips of these bolts.
Oh, right.
And then, of course, you've got these bolts.
I see. And what can you tell me about these different bolts that you have?
Let's see. These bolts here, and the darker tipped bolts, they cause more damage when they hit. Let's see. And these bolts, the other ones that look like the triangular tipped, lighter color, these don't cause quite as much damage, but they do cause... Hold on, no, wait a minute. Okay, well, never mind. This one causes more damage than the other, but they both have a same benefit to hitting.
Right. And how many of each do you have?
Well, we have 20 of each.
And the price for those?
Well, seeing how they are what they are, 5 gold for 20.
If I buy you out, do I get a discount? Instead of 10, I'll give you 8.
Are you just buying bolts?
Yes, if that crossbow doesn't provide any extra kicks or boosts,
Oh,
then
which one? There are 3 here.
the hand crossbow, dear.
I mean, it's got a better aim than most.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Can I test it out with one of my regular bolts?
Sure, there's a target hanging over there.
So if I use this crossbow, do I notice if I were to fire it with a regular bolt?
You put in the regular bolt, and this one feels a lot lighter than the other. And as you're, gripping it and, loading it up, it also feels more sturdy than the one you're currently wielding.
Right. And I'll take aim.
All right, and go ahead and fire with your basic roll.
So just use where is it? It's just my regular crossbow roll. That's crap. That was real bad.
Yeah,
Man.
I mean, you hit the target, but you hit the bottom right of the target. You really suck at that, don't you?
Right. So it's not helping me aim at all.
You sure? I mean, I don't know how good you are normally, but you hit the target.
But there's no advantage on it, or
There is.
plus to hit or
There
anything
is.
like that.
You know,
Do
with
not
as
do-
badly as
I
you,
was trying to test it out to see if I noticed any active differences.
you know that you would have missed the target with that roll.
Okay.
But
So what would that mean if I were to type it out in, say, my sheet?
it's a plus 1.
No, not so
It's a
much.
plus 1.
All right.
It's a plus 1 to
right.
hit, but not to damage.
Okay. Right. Crossbow as well as all these bolts.
Okay, let's see. The crossbow. Oh, you might have lucked out with that one. Crossbow, I can give to you for 500 gold.
So 508 total then.
I don't own the store, so I can't actually negotiate the prices. You'll have to talk to her.
I look at her. I cock an eyebrow.
The one who's banging away on the metal is paying you no attention at the moment.
Right. So what do you say? 508
508 for what, lass?
for this crossbow and these 40 bolts. It's a lot of gold being handed over.
Yes, but those are very good bolts. Give me a persuasion. Or unless you want to verbally give me a persuasion. How would you dicker this down?
Right. You know, we're here in search of all these missing children. This might go a long way into making sure that I, am able to rescue them. That's all I got. I'm not giving her names. I'm not doing any of that. That's crap.
I'll take gold off. Make it 9.
I roll my eyes and I slap 509 gold on the counter, but I take the items.
Well, it's a pleasure doing business with you, lass.
Right,
So
let's see how
you
this
have the hunting bolts are plus 1 to hit, plus 1 damage, non-magical. Remember the non-magical part because it will be pertinent. The piercing bolts are plus 1 to hit, plus 2 damage, non-magical. And of course,
I need to.
the Ceric Iron
Go
is
ahead.
the Ceric Iron Hand crossbow that you got, and it's a plus 1 to hit only.
We need
But
to.
it's
We need to retcon the plate mail.
Huh?
You need what?
We need to retcon the plate mail. I can't wear it
Paladin can't play
Why
over
can't
plate
you
mail?
wear it?
because it requires a strength of 15.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
You can technically still wear it. It just slows you down. Your
You're
speed
just
will
gonna
be
be
low.
slower.
But
Okay.
you're sitting around most of the
I-
time, so who cares about your
It gives you
force
some
speed?
disadvantages if you don't have the strength requirement.
Right. So
Yeah.
I can only wear chainmail.
Okay.
No,
I didn't realize that. My part.
Yep, that's the highest I can wear is actual chainmail. So I need to actually get the chainmail then
Enchanted.
enchanted.
I'll tell you what, lass. I'll get a better one for you. For the same price as the plate mail that you say you can't wear now, I will sell you chain, and I will. The little gnome girl runs back in the back, more clattering as she's putting your armor back up, and comes out
Alright.
dragging what appears to be extremely shiny chainmail armor.
Okay. Is there a name for it?
This is what we call adamantine.
Ah.
Now, it doesn't give you a plus, but what it does give you is anytime I roll a crit hit against you, it actually is a normal hit.
You can't be critically hit. Now, is that
Okay.
just with melee weapons or ranged weapons? Not.
This suit of
like,
armor
what
is
about
reinforced
spell
with
attacks?
adamantine. Well, spell attacks are spell attacks. They don't count the same. It's just melee or range shots against you. Any spell-based attacks are different. So if I was to hit you
Okay.
with like a spell attack for a critical, it's going to register different than an actual melee.
Yeah,
And
like
then
this,
can-
which is.
Can I then sell my chainmail that I have to her?
You can. It'll be half the price of whatever chainmail is in the player's handbook. To go ahead and deal with time. Is there anything else you guys would like to deal with here at the blacksmith?
I don't need anything from her. So chainmail sells to you for 75, so selling it would be half of 75.
I know that's what I was trying to do.
Be
Was it 37?
35, 36, we'll say 37.
Yeah, 37.5, so 37 gold, 5 silver.
Yeah, just making it even 37. Don't worry about the silver part.
Okay. Cool. So,
So what about you, lad? Walking around here in just your warm clothes and no armor. Do you wish to have any?
What?
which
Not
one?
the little one. I don't go for the little ones. You.
Is she talking
Yes,
to me?
you furry.
Oh, I'm getting my armor enchanted. Can't really wear metal.
It's a shame. So, you can't wear metal.
I kind of tap my shield, which is wooden.
You're one of them nature lovers.
Yep.
Aye.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did run into one before, and I believe I had something called glass armor. But yeah. Is there anything else, ladies and gentlemen? Or can I get back to making this weapon for someone?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, sure she can get back, or yeah, sure you want something.
Oh no, yeah, you can get back to what you're doing. Yeah, I got my boots. I haven't figured out anything else.
As
I
soon
wanna
as
buy yet.
the transaction is complete between you guys and, of course, the little gnome, she runs back around the corner and and the billows start moving again as her head rocks back and forth. And for anybody who cares to go look, there's little foot pedals on the other side that she steps on.
Now I wonder if I can get that lady to enchant this for extra armor class.
Nope, that what you got there is enchanted.
but not for
Okay.
armor, for protection.
But it's better protection than just, because even with the crit, I can still hit you if you got a +2 armor and cause damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just gonna negate the critical hit unless it's a spell attack. Like if I hit you with my produce flame as a crit, you'd still take all the damage. Now if I hit you with my staff and I crit, it would just be normal damage.
I'm taking it you guys are going to try to make your way over to the hidden treasures.
Yes.
Gotta go. Yeah. Rock's been waiting for this part.
So for me to call it here would be a problem.
Uh,
All right, so let me see.
unless Rock can't get what he wants anyway, which would be difficult.
All right, so you guys make your way to the hidden treasures, or hidden little treasures. All right, so you come to the door, walk on in, and behind the counter is a little halfling. Welcome to the hidden little treasures. What can I do for you?
Elf
Uh,
Yeah.
do you happen to have?
Good.
Go ahead.
We got some money recently and looking to buy some cool stuff.
All right, so the fellow behind the counter, so I'd say he's rather attractive, lean, and moderately muscular. He is generally shirtless, showing off his tattooed chest. His moppish white
Oh, he's
hair
got
is in
tattoo.
a traditional bowl cut, and he has a dull look in his hazel eyes. Boy, this guy's really out there, isn't he?
Right, haven't seen many more halflings around.
Well, I see two today.
What do you specialize in, dear?
Well, I specialize in little treasures. Different things, some odds, ends, trinkets, and sometimes the magic stuff.
If we look around the store, what do we see?
Well, snow globe here and there, some musical instruments, and Brother May, you want to do your typical thing when you walk into a store?
Sure. I'm sure it's bright or no.
You have a few spots that are bright, yes.
Okay.
Is there
I'll go
anything in
look at
particular
this
you're
item.
looking for? Now, I need Surge and Ducks. You guys, you keep hearing a weird hushed noise in the background. Almost like a shh, 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 shh.
Hey, Ducks.
Yeah.
I'm tapping my head, looking at you.
Oh, okay. I'll reach out to your mind.
You hearing that whisper?
I'm hearing something.
I hear like some shushing or something in the back, or in somewhere, and
I don't know.
maybe just keep an eye out or something.
Okay. I'll look over that way towards the sound.
Actually, it sounds like it's coming from under your feet.
Sounds like it's coming from where?
Under your feet.
The
Under my
floorboards?
feet?
Mm-hmm.
Are there gaps between the boards?
No, it's pretty good seam there. I mean, you can't see through it if that's what you're asking.
And it sounds like shushing sounds?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to find a shadow.
Okay, give me a...
And then try to step.
Don't you have to
with a
see the
space
other shadow to jump to it?
That's yeah. I guess there's no cracks. There's not even a knot hole. There's nothing.
Nope.
Oh,
I'll look for a trap door.
You do not see one currently. But, what am I doing? Wrong one. There we go. Alright. So, as you're looking around, are you doing it surreptitiously or...
Yeah.
Give me a stealth check
him?
as you're looking. Just not that you're disappearing, but just to kind of keep it to where you're looking for something, but not letting it be known you're looking.
If you're looking for something, then I'll, like, if you were gonna, I was gonna cast
Are
a
you gonna
spell, but
assist
that's
me?
okay. I was not going to assist you.
So
I was going to cast Pass Without
the
Trace.
guy, the halfling, sitting or whatever behind the counter is like, "So what can I get for you?"
Who wants to go first?
What? Look,
Go
I'm
ahead,
one
Rock.
person. I can only hear one of you at a time. So please, one guy. Okay.
I heard tales of these flying rugs that people can fly around on, a carpet kind of thing. Got anything that flies?
Flies.
I think I've also heard of some brooms that do that.
Well, I have a broom, but it doesn't fly. He puts his fingers in his mouth and whistles, and this little broom comes out. Starts sweeping the floor. I got that, but it doesn't really fly. A carpet. There was this.
Oh, it's a Broomba.
So there was this guy that came through a few years ago. I think he said it's. I'll be right back. He runs back in the back.
Ending by.
So yeah, I'll just hold up that, pass that trace.
Can I do an insight check on him?
Yeah, go ahead.
On the little guy or on?
The guy who was acting like he's the proprietor.
Go ahead.
Apparently not.
He's hard to read.
I mean, I can roll that as well, or if you want to go based off of passive. But I don't see an issue with him.
You don't. I would have called it out for you. A few minutes later, he comes out and he's got this carpet on his shoulders. Says, well, I got these two rugs here. And he drops them down on the ground. Now, one of them I think is a flying carpet. The other one, I don't really know.
I'll look at the carpet.
Both magical.
I'd be careful about being next to some of those. He says one of them might be, the other might not be. I've heard tales of these rugs that like to smother people, and that's just a bad day.
Yeah, I don't want one of those. Yeah. We need a. Do you know which one's which? Is there a label?
I mean, if you give him time to identify him, I think we should be able to wait. But if you want to do that, may I? Then we'd know for sure.
All right.
If you're all right with that, that is.
What, cast and identify?
Yeah. Since you're not sure, you said?
I guess it's going to take you, what, 10 minutes or so?
Yeah.
Is there anything else I can get anybody else while you're doing that?
Yeah, I figured.
Elven boots.
Elven boots.
Boots of Elvenkind.
Oh, you want to be sneaky?
Well, I'm
Kind
kind
of
of loud.
negate.
Yeah, I kind of heard you when you come across the street from the blacksmiths. I do have a pair of those. Give me a second. Let me see where they're at. Before I run off to grab boots, I can carry those one-handed. Is anybody else interested in something
Do you have anything cool for a bard?
cool for a bard? There's musical instruments around the room, but I don't think I have any magic instruments, if that's what you mean.
Well, what do you think, Rock?
I mean, we already
New
got
instrument?
that. We already got that harp for him.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he's fine.
Like a hat, maybe?
A harp and a puppet. He's got a hat of
He's already got a
disguise.
hat.
Yep, he's got
Oh,
a
he's
hat
got a hat.
disguise. He's got a harp. He's got a doll. The
He's
guitar.
pretty
Okay,
amazing.
so 500 for the
Periappa
boots.
healing.
He does have a pair.
Or wound closing.
Okay.
Does he only
Right.
have the one pair?
Just the one.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't. I wouldn't want any. I was just curious.
The carpet. If you're wanting the carpet, he says, how much did I say the carpet was? And you do find that one of those is a trap carpet, or rug of smothering, I guess is the best way to put it.
No! Avoid it!
Those are wonderful
Hey,
things.
Rock, this is the one you want.
Oh God,
So,
don't. don't.
do you actually tell him that?
No.
Okay. So he rolls it out. He's like, "All right. So that's the one you wanted."
Yeah. This one is a carpet of smothering for you, just so you know.
Oh, that's not good. I don't want to sell that until somebody's flying.
Very dangerous.
but the
you could
flying one, it goes for about 50.
50K.
50,000 gold.
Right.
If you need assistance, I can assist you.
Let's see if I add this in this.
I mean, they can't carry very much weight, right?
Depends on the size.
Like 300 or 400 pounds.
How big is it?
See, this one
How-
is a
2,000.
5x7. It can hold up to 600 pounds and flies at a speed of 40.
Rock's getting it. He wants that stories from his past. He'll only have 2,000 left after this, but
Yeah, it was some. The guy was wearing a turban and said his name was Alibaba or something like that. I don't know.
That rug is smothering.
Yeah.
That's interesting. It's dangerous. Would you be interested in selling it?
Nice to lay a trap with that, yeah?
If I knew how to price the thing, I'd tell you.
Yeah, because it's a monster.
That's right, it is, isn't it?
Yep.
I'll get back with you on that.
Okay. Were you wanting something, Belfie? I'm also looking for something, but you should go first if you're looking for something.
Well, I appreciate that. I have need of something to assist me in seeing in the evening time, as it were. You don't happen to have any goggles of night, do you?
Goggles of night. Those are those flashy things that almost look like owl eyes, right?
Yes, they would be quite fetching on me, wouldn't they?
I could see it. Yeah. Let's see.
They're an uncommon item.
There.
So that will be for an uncommon. I will sell that to you for 100 gold. No, you said uncommon. 500 gold. My bad.
Ah, I was like, holy
Yeah.
crap!
Yeah, they're
Because I'm
uncommon.
a halfling. Right. Fantastic. That's very helpful, very useful indeed.
So this rug of smell. I don't know how to work it. I was told to keep it rolled up. So, I guess if you want to buy it, I can sell it to you for 2,500.
I'm also looking for something else.
And
I'm looking for, it's kind of a spell component you might have. I'm looking for a forked metal rod. It's got to be worth at least about 250 gold, and it's got to be attuned to any particular plane of existence, really.
a
But
fork worth 250 gold?
a forked metal rod. I think like a tuning fork, one of them looking
So
things.
let's see.
I think.
will do a search. All right, good enough. Let's see. He comes back with what looks like a tuning fork. I don't know if this is what you mean, but the description you gave me, this kind of sounds like it.
Would that
Does
work
it
for the
light
spell
up?
component?
I'll sell it to you for 250 gold.
Would that work for the spell component?
Well, you won't know until you try.
Does it
Well,
glow?
here, I'll make a deal with you.
Yeah?
How's this sound? I'll cast the spell on us, and if it works, I'll buy it for double. Now, I can only cast that spell once a day.
Which means you guys are going to be stuck in whatever realm you take him to.
If it works.
So what you're saying is you would be willing to cast this spell, be stuck in whatever realm you go to for a day just to buy that thing for double.
Right, I can't go on that trip with you, but you all go ahead.
Well, the deal is, do you have a couple bags of holding or a handy haversack or anything like that?
No.
Because, if you put one of those inside the other, like a portable hole even, it'll knock you to the astral plane from hearsay, and then I could use that spell to get me back.
Well, I
Or
mean,
get
if you
us
want to
back.
try
Maybe.
that, I mean, you guys got all that stuff, right?
because it doesn't say it's a magical, or unless would it be magical if it's attuned to a plane of existence? In your opinion?
I will say it is resonating magic.
Hey, may I? Does this look magical?
Yes.
Does it?
Well, he just said radiates.
Okay.
It does radiate.
Right?
It is.
All right.
It does radiate
So-
a residual of magic. I'd say. What is the spells for? What is the spell class for that spell?
7th.
Yeah, it's been a shopping trip all day.
Druidish.
It's a cleric, druid, warlock, sorcerer,
yeah, but
wizard.
it should be.
Aberration.
Oh,
or-
transmutation. No, conjuration.
Conjuration. That's the kind of magic.
Yep.
Then that's the kind of magic you pick up off of it. Then.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't really want to do that. I just thought it'd be an interesting concept. So.
Would you happen to have capes or cloaks of some sort?
Well, I mean, there's only one cape that I have, or cloak that I have. He throws it on. I got this one here. I always love wearing it. The ladies love it. And he stands there, puts his hands on his hips, and it billows out to the side.
Cloak billowing.
Yeah. Oh, do it.
Okay. No capes or anything?
I mean, it's a cloak. It's
I
similar.
mean, other than the hood, I mean,
Were you looking for anything else, Belfie?
I am, but I'm going to wait for now.
all right.
All right.
And everybody, what we're going to do is we're going to call it here, so that those who have other things that they haven't really thought about at this point in time that they want to throw at their DM, and we'll pick up here next week, same time. Don't forget.
Yeah, you sound so excited.
I'll buy that stuff, yeah. Because why not?
That's what happens when the DM gives them a dragon sword before they get to a town. It's my
Yes.
fault. That's okay. Just means I have to make the bad guys tougher. We will be here tomorrow night for some Curse of Strahd action. Hopefully everybody will be feeling well enough come Thursday and Friday to continue our Neverwinter on Thursday and our Red Star Rising on Friday. And of course we'll be back here on Sunday for some more of the Day at the Mall. I mean, sure, that works. So check back with us to see if we will ever find out what happened to the children that are seen to be missing. Will we ever spend all our gold in one place?
I just did.
I just need some minor stuff now. I'm good.
I mean, I got a component for a spell, so that's awesome.
So thanks for joining us tonight, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget, we are all in this adventure together. And the only way to make it through is going to be together. So love one another. Treat each other as you would like to be treated yourself. And with that, we will see you next time.
Bye.
Take care.